Well, by gosh golly, if it isn't that time again, folks. Welcome back to the channel. It is, of course, your boy, Jackie, aka Mr. Wolfie. Roadmap to Time Stranger continues, ladies and gentlemen. We have got a little while left to get through, just under 2 months now at this stage, and I thought, what better a game to fill the time than the playthrough that kicked off all those many moons ago. We have never actually looked at a modded playthrough of Digimon World 1, and there is a couple of contenders. If you're wondering what we're doing today, this is a Vice playthrough, a mod, a fan hack if you like, of this vanilla Digimon World 1, which keeps very much the spirit of the original alive, but has some major bug fixes. It's got some overhauls and some quality of life tweaks that we're going to get into in much detail as this playthrough goes on. You'll see me, especially here in episode 1, talk about various changes that the mod adds and various things that are improved upon from the original that makes pretty much everybody's life easier. So I know there's going to be 1,000 questions about that, and realistically, I'm not going to bore you all to death with it just now in the intro. Again, we talk about it in the episode, but I will put as many resource links as possible in each of these episodes, especially episode 1, 2, and 3. I've got the help sheets of what exactly Vice Mod does. I've got a image file of exactly what we have tailored in our own specific playthrough of Vice, because there's a lot of customization. We have things that I have opted to switch on or switch off that you guys might not want as well. And then lastly, I'll link a resource of the creator of the mod and their YouTube channel, where if you want to play alongside me, install the mod and get going as well, you can follow that guide, no problemo. But I hope you guys enjoy. It really does mean a lot to me to be playing this game so many moons later, and obviously you guys know that I love this game to bits, so without further ado, enjoy episode 1, leave me all your thoughts and feelings, smash me a like if you could, and I'll see yous in the playthrough. Enjoy, folks. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and make a memory card file. You'll see all of our playthroughs of the past. Bobby might have been my testing Digimon last night, where I was making sure the game was working properly, so just ignore that. There is actually a part of Vice Mod that allows you to streamline the intro of this game, but I've chosen to leave that off. We're just going to get it nice and natural. Digimon's here. I'm Jijimon. Tell me about yourself. Do you have a Digivice is the first question. Now, in the original playthrough of Digimon World 1 on vanilla Digimon, this question doesn't really matter too much. In this playthrough, it actually will. So this is where we have to check out who our starter is going to be, guys. We are playing the modded version of this game, which means there are 4 starters to choose from. The YouTube chat and the Twitch chat have been voting. I did not actually vote in this poll, so this is entirely up to you guys. It looks like no, yes is the winner. First question, we're going to say no, we don't have a Digivice. Jijimon says, I see. Do you have any friends? The second answer to this that you guys voted on was, of course, yes. So yes is the answer to this one. Alright, says Jijimon. What's your name? Oh, here we go. And normally I'd let you guys bid for it, but there's just been too much going on today, so we are going to name ourselves Wolfie. I'm not going to name myself anything ridiculous. My Digimon's name, again, there's just too many. I should have let you guys bid on this. I should have let you guys bid on both of these. We're going to start with Bozo here. Yes, so we've got Wolfie, yes, good name. That's all the questions I have. See you later. Alright guys, get ready for our start in Digimon. There's another cutscene actually. I forgot about this. I forgot all about this. I'm going to give you guys more volume again. Cutscene number 2. They're sliding these in left and right. There he is, the man, the myth. If any of you have played through Digimon World Next Order, you may recognise this gentleman here, although he's a lot younger in this game than he is in Next Order. In Next Order, he's a kind of grown man, kind of late teenager, early 20s.
I'm home.
No, it's not Yukimura. Mum's hitting the pub.
Huh?
It's kind of horrifying, actually, when you think about it. Can you imagine being left alone and then this happens? I'm sorry if you guys have been here for like 10-15 minutes, guys, or maybe even longer. It's really nice to see us. A warm welcome, everybody. I love yous.
Huh? He's saying something. Huh?
And there it is, guys. There we have it. Locked in, loaded in once again. Alright, here we go. We made it. And it looks like we're starting with a certain yellow Digimon. Right, guys, so for those that are curious about how this normally plays out, yes would have been Palmon, the little green plant Digimon. If you had went for yes, no, you would have ended up with Beamon. If you went no, yes, you get Patamon, which is what we have. And then if you say no, no, you get Penguinmon. So that's the, as it stands right now on the current patch of Digimon Vice, that's how it works. What was he on our playthrough last time? He was our 4th Digimon on the main Let's Play back in the day, so... Shh, he's getting up. Welcome to the digital world. There's a bit of back and forward here between Jijimon. I think for speedrunners, this part is always a nightmare because it takes a little bit long to get through, but it's not that bad. Yikes! What's the matter? Who are you guys? Digi what? I thought you knew about Digimon. I got it. This is a dream. It's not a dream, says Tokomon. Hey, wait, you're Tokomon. This is a realistic dream. This isn't a dream, but it's not real either. What are you talking about? Who are you, old man with stick? I am Jijimon. The man, the myth. I don't know any Digimon by that name. There are more Digimon than you know of. This is the digital world. Digimon World? Oh, I guess they had to get the name of the game in somewhere. This world is not a dream, nor is it real. It's our world. Gee, it looks too real to be a dream. Look behind you, you'll see what I mean. What? Nani? You guys making me start with Patamon. Oh, why am I here? Come to my house and I'll explain. See, I've got a win-win formula right now, guys, because see, if you guys think Patamon's shit, I can make up excuses when things don't go to plan, and I'm telling you right now, nothing you ever plan in Digimon World works out correctly, alright? There's always mistakes, there's always problems, there's always like issues that occur when you least expect it, although, you know, we can try our best, of course. If things don't go to plan, I can blame Patamon for being ass. I've invited you here to save us! Save you from what? We are in File City. It's the center of File Island. A city here? Well, it was a city. There used to be all kinds of Digimon who lived here. Digimon started to lose heart and moved out of the city. What do you mean? I'm not sure what caused it. Digimon started losing their speaking skills. Sounds like Scotland. Some of them still talk, but they all forgot that they lived here. That's what you meant by losing heart. I wonder if it's just because Jijimon's been running the town with an iron fist. Maybe the tax rates have been getting too much and everybody's bailing and Jijimon's like, wait a minute. You're good at raising Digimon, right? I don't know about that. That remains to be seen. We know a thing or two. In this world, your love for Digimon will give you strength. And so will lots and lots of data chips. Stat boosting chips and recoveries. Jack, there are patterns with you. Disturbing starvation patterns. Okay, that was one time. Guys, we're not starving Patamon. We're not starving Bozo. Take Bozo and explore the island. Find the cause of the danger and get Digimon to come back. Let's go, Bozo. It rhymes. And that's it, guys. That is your introduction to this PS1 game. Imagine trying to figure out what to do next when you're 7. So I'll take you guys on a tour of File City, which is what I always do. This place is an absolute dumpster fire right now. It's a hole, and it has nothing in it. We've got a waterfall up top with nothing. Got a little green guy here, Tanomon. Always important that we talk to Tanomon quite early, because Tanomon is going to be our only source of food, something you guys are talking about right now. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to explain. What Tanomon's telling us is that they grow meat in the ground here. It doesn't make any sense, but just go with it. It's a Digimon game. Jiji and I decided to give you 3 pieces of meat a day. Terrible allowance. If you end up with Tyrannomon, guys, you're screwed, okay? So Tanomon once a day is going to give us 3 pieces of meat, and it looks like this in our inventory, right? We can also scavenge other food in the forest, which we're going to need to do, but we'll do that in a minute. Our Digimon, this is Bozo, this is Patamon. He is a fighting and a air-type Digimon. You'll notice straight away, guys, some of you guys who are veterans of Digimon World will realise that there is already UI differences. We now have a tiredness meter here, which tells us how exhausted Patamon is when training, which is huge. We also have a care mistake counter in the top right, as well as a battle counter in the top right. Chef's kiss, holy moly, as well as all of our stats. Right now, we only have Sonic Jab, which is absolutely awful. And there's no beating around the bush about that one. We have 0 bits at the moment. We have literally no money to our name. First thing I'm going to do with you guys is we're going to go back into Jijimon's house really quickly. Don't worry, we're not going to talk to Jijimon for too long. I want to introduce you guys to a few things. This is your save machine. You will need this. So we're going to use it right now. Made my day. Here's Jijimon. What's he saying to it? He's like, have you recruited any Digimon yet, brother? He needs to tax them, guys. He needs to tax the Digis. I'm back and I'm planning to rebuild File City with help with Bozo. I want you to build shops that are useful to you and Bozo. You should explore the native forest just outside the city. This little guy here is Tokomon, and probably the most important NPC at the very beginning of the game. Tokomon, I didn't know this when I was a kid, guys, but Tokomon actually gives you a handful of starting items, and these are integral to your survival when you start the game. He gives you 3 pieces of meat. He's going to give us 3 HP heals. HP heal, 500 HP, and 500 MP as well, which is your energy. 1 revive to bring you back from the dead if you die in battle. 1 medicine if you get sick, and 2 bandages if you get injured. So this is pretty much all there is to know about Jijimon's house. We also have Botamon here. I'll tell you about Digimon's life. When your Digimon gets hungry, he'll tell you when he needs to go to the potty, which is the bathroom, and lay down a huge nuclear number 2. That's going to happen as well. If you need to sleep, you put him to sleep. Lots and lots of information here from Botamon. We've also got a little guy in the corner. Can I get to you? Now that we're playing the mod, I'm trying to remember like who's what and what's what. Little red Digimon sitting in the chair lets you rest, so if you're exhausted, you'll go to snooze. We've got Botamon out here as well. Oh no, sorry, Urumon, excuse me, not Yukimura. Okay, I'll explain to you the surroundings of the city. We've got native forest, and there's a trading camp to the west, and that's pretty much it. We've also got a bathroom here, which is very important. Take you guys south for a little look at the rest of File City, because it is a booming metropolis full of lots of... Oh, okay, there's no one here. Yeah, there's nothing, guys. We are going to be filling out this area. It's a complete and utter wasteland at the moment. Nobody lives here. They hate it here. It stinks. Jijimon has been harassing everybody's wives. So, when you walk around in the beginning, none of these Digimon will give you any items, right? Other than, obviously, our starting buddy Tokomon. But they will tell you about... They start feeding you clues about where to go and what to do. You can see Surumon here is talking about a broken bridge or something. It doesn't really make any sense right now. One thing I will point out about the mod here as we head west into the gym, which is where we're going to get started. You might notice, guys, that when transitioning between scenes on the Vice mod, that the music actually continuously plays if the same track is actually active. So what that means is when you travel between different parts of File City, be it to Jijimon's house or to other areas, the music actually continuously goes. It doesn't actually reset anymore, which is not something that used to happen in the original. Once you realise that, it's actually bananas. So, yeah. Patamon's going to be our starter, and for the most part, you guys might be curious. A lot of people are going to ask me like who we're going to go for, what Digimon we're going to turn into. I will look up some of that stuff later, guys, but for the most part, I think we're going to go with the flow. I have not randomized the Digivolutions in this particular playthrough, which is probably a correct choice for the most part. So what we're doing right now is we're basically trading time on the clock for Patamon to gain stat points, and you can see we're doing a bit of HP training here. So if we push the boulder, we get HP points and a bit of offense. If we hit the punching bag, we get strength. If we get punched by the boxing glove, we get defense, and if we run on the track, we get speed. The reason I wanted to do this was for a couple of reasons. One, we're about to go into a little mini fight, which I would hope that we can beat. Secondly, I also wanted to check out this tiredness meter and see it in all of its glory. We've done 3 training sessions so far, and you can see Patamon's already starting to get fatigued. Normally, I would push Patamon to do maybe 4 or 5 training sessions before I actually rest Patamon. But, yeah. Take Patamon back inside here, and then we'll maybe have a look. I'm gonna do another session of HP training, because I do feel like HP and speed is often really good in these games. It often stops you from getting crit and, well, basically stops you from getting injured and allows you to fight longer, and maybe even get to your limit break. So, Patamon, hungry and probably quite tired as well now. 37%. I think we're alright. You don't really want to push Patamon too much. But what we can do is we can feed Patamon again. And I say we... Okay. And so it begins. We're going to feed Patamon twice here, and I'm going to go and rest Patamon, because all the HP training I've just done, although I have gained those hit points, they're not actually in effect yet, because our Digimon hasn't actually rested, so that's worth considering. Also, it'll let me show you this mechanic as well, which is quite important. So Punamon, this is something that when we were kids, we didn't know about, and I was talking to Akuma, who was playing this game recently as well. A lot of people, when they first play this game, you're learning so much that you don't actually know all the ins and outs of what's going on. You don't know about Tokomon giving you items, you don't know that there's a rest feature here. If you actually don't rest your Digimon enough, guys, if you don't knock their tiredness down enough, they will start to get this kind of like little sweat icon, and that is actually considered a care mistake, so you gotta be kind of careful. It's one of the reasons why when you were a kid, you ended up with Numamon. I ended up with Numamon. We might end up with Numamon in this playthrough. If we're looking to actually complete all of the game and do all of the prosperity, we will need a Numamon at some point, but... Here's our first challenger, guys. This is the first area where you're actually in danger. This is Agumon. I don't know why I'm narrating all this like you don't know what's happening, but Let's see how we get on against Agumon on hard mode Vice mod. Our first fight of the playthrough. Let's see how Patamon holds up. If you're playing this mod on hardcore, which I did consider heavily, folks, you fight Greymon here. And Greymon is nasty powerful. He's got like 2,500 HP. And he can also limit break you, which is terrifying. We'll see if we can take on Agabro here. He's going to be our first recruit and our first kind of boss. And also like our tutorial to the game. But he's no joke. Ideally, you want to try and take him down before he does too much damage to you. I was kind of hoping to keep some HP here. I don't think we're going to get to see a limit break. But Bozo's doing alright. If we can maybe take him out before he fireballs us again. That kind of sucks. I'm going to use a floppy here. He's absolutely clapping cheeks right now. There we go. Okay, we take him down. I would have liked to have defeated him without losing too much HP, but this is what I'm talking about, guys. You can never properly prepare. Agumon's going to give us a bunch of stats across the board. Not much. He's going to give us 100 bits, our first money. Bits are basically your currency in this game. And he's also going to drop an item, which is a HP floppy. Now, this mod, the mod itself has its own changes, but I have also tweaked the mod to my own specifications. I know there is going to be a mountain of people asking me questions about what the Vice mod does, what I have personally selected on my playthrough, and I know there's going to be a few people out there that want to mimic the sound of my people. Agumon joins the city. I know there's going to be a ton of you guys that want to mimic my playthrough for your own playthrough as well, guys, so that you can kind of somewhat play alongside me. I promise you, when this episode goes out on YouTube, if you're watching it live on YouTube right now, all of the information regarding what Vice mod does and my specific changes will be linked in the description. So if you need any information on that, you can check it out in the description below. Thirdly, I'll also suggest as well that if you guys are looking to install the Vice mod, I'll also link the installation guide by the mod creator, which is a nice little YouTube video. It's very, very easy to use, guys. He's got all the links and everything you need. I'll also put that in the description as well. And we'll try and help you guys as much as I can. So, HP floppy obtained. Let's take Patamon south here. Now that we have defeated Agumon, we can actually go out into the native forest and actually have a look around. I'll have a little search in the area to see if we get any items. We have an increased item drop rate, which means we should see some extra items spawn in certain areas, and the chances of us finding items are also slightly enhanced. It's not like a massive buff. We're not going to be getting tons and tons and tons of items, although that is sometimes an option. But Betamon here. Let's go across the Dragon's Eye Lake. We'll have a little peek in this area. You can basically go wherever you want in this game, within reason at the start. Let's see what's in here. A big MP floppy. Oof, delicious. Our bag space at the moment, you'll see, is not that great. We can only carry what looks like 10 items. But that'll change later on. We can also fish in this area if you wanted to go and get food. I'm hoping we find some mushrooms very, very shortly, because we don't have a lot of food at the moment. Let's take on a Betamon here. Madoki Betamon. There'll be some people as well that are curious to see the settings of my setup to... Well, that's a really unfortunate start to this fight. Hopefully that doesn't happen too many more times. I will post the setup for my own gameplay, guys, in terms of my quality options. I'll also put that in the description as well. So I know there's going to be a lot of people who come in and ask that. We're going to use our HP recovery that we got from Agumon. Unfortunately, Patamon does not have any ranged attacks, which means in order to get in range to do damage, he has to get melee, which there's a lot of room for error here. I don't know how Patamon's going to get on. Oh god. That move that Betamon's doing is its strongest move. You don't ideally want to get hit by that very often. Normally Agumon, if you're starting with Agumon, would have a ranged attack here. He would have his little pepper breath. Patamon's really going to struggle, and this is why as soon as I saw Patamon was selected, I was like, right, we really need to learn some new moves. Where Patamon's going to get some ranged moves, I don't know. That move right there is quite good, but you can see that it's quite slow to charge. Second fight done. Alright, cool. We get some more here we go. This is a bit better. You can see this guy was kind of considered roughly the same strength level as Agumon. Going to give us a little bit of money, and also going to drop us an item. A HP floppy, perfect. I'm glad we got that back, because we're going to need it if we're going to train properly. It's worth considering that when you do fight in this game, you do also gain a bit of tiredness, so you can't just grind effortlessly. I'm hoping Patamon doesn't need more than one bit of meat here. Okay, win. The floppy drop is really good here, so that's good. I'm going to see if there's mushrooms. So far, I've not seen a single Digimushroom, which is quite alarming considering we're supposed to have enhanced drops. Lots of Digimon in the forest here. These guys are pretty crazy. If you fight 2 Digimon at once, you will have a bad time, guys. Let's see if we can take on Betamon again here. We could also go south into the jungle and have a look for some other Digimon that may or may not exist around these parts. I feel like Patamon needs a bit more training. He also needs a new move. I don't know where we're going to get moves from this guy. Patamon typically learns air moves, so there's a chance he might get it from the board when he's learning, but that's not going to be very likely. Again, there is a Vice tweak that we have in this playthrough where we do have an extra chance to learn moves, and we also have an extra chance to learn moves from the Black World, so this is going to hurt. You can also set up so that there's a part of this mod called Telepathy, which is really cool, where you can actually set it so that Digimon that you fight against don't have to use the move for you to learn them. So if the Digimon has a move that you can learn, you just need to be in the fight with them for a chance to earn it. That's kind of crazy. I don't have that switched on because I felt like it was a bit too OP. But again, we'll talk about all of the intricacies and all the specifications as we play through. Here's another HP floppy. That's really good. We're not getting a lot of food here, but we're getting lots and lots of resources, which is great. Because again, we have no way of buying HP floppies until we get a shopkeeper. The shopkeeper will be available shortly, but I'm kind of worried about our food supply at the moment. Got 3 MP floppies. Let's go down here and have a look at some of the Digimon down here, because there's a couple of cool things. If we go too low, there will be a Goblimon attack, and there is a Palmon fight here. We could maybe take on Palmon right now, but I'm not quite convinced about that just yet, especially on hard mode. I don't know how much that's going to be changed. Got a little Weregarurumon down here. I don't know if it's a good idea to fight her either. We do have a lot of heals, but part of Digimon World 1 is finding out what you can and can't do, and a lot of the time you can't do things that you try, and it can be a bit painful, so I thought maybe, given the time of day, we might be able to head south here to Coela Point and have a little look in the area and see if there's anything exciting happening. Because you see Patamon's tired and wants to go to bed. This is quite important, guys. See this here? This is going to give us access to our first shopkeeper, and it's very, very unclear how this works or what it does. Tokomon gives you access to another part of the starting area. This is quite a big deal, and if you want to have a good start to next order, Digimon World 1, it's a good idea to come and chat with him as soon as possible. Tokomon is available as soon as the daylight kind of ticks into the evening. I'm Tokomon, or Sealamon as he's pronounced, I believe. The fish Digimon, I call him Tokomon. Hope you guys are alright with that. Did you come to see me? Yes, we looked all over. And just lie to him and pretend that we know. Ah, is that so? The bridge upstream is broken and you want to go across, right? I'll see, fine, I'll help you. Again, I was a little bit hesitant to maybe come here so quickly, guys, but while we're in the area, this is a good place to get the shopkeeper online ASAP. We have no shopkeepers in the town at the moment, but Kolomon's going to change that. And again, this also gives us an extra area to explore if we want to. Patamon does need to go to sleep though, so I'm a bit nervous about that. We don't want to miss that time. We can actually go to sleep right here in the tropical jungle, I think, and feel pretty good about it, so let's do it. In next order, you want to put your Digimon to sleep inside the house, in Jijimon's house, or under a shelter of some kind, but you don't really have to do that as much. Let's save our game, guys. I'm going to put the save file in, and now what we have to do is try and make it back to the city without being crushed by any of these evening Digimon, because it is nighttime. Okay, so a couple of things to mention, guys. Now that it's nighttime, we are extremely vulnerable. You can see that Patamon has gained some of his HP and MP back from going to sleep, which is great, and the tiredness has reset, which is wonderful. It's also a brand new day, I think, if I was to check. Yeah, we're in day 2. You gotta be careful down here because these areas are really, really scary, and these Digimon are, yeah, they'll kick your ass. I really want that mushroom. Can I get it? This Sukaimon wouldn't attack me. We've got good Patamon versus evil Patamon. I think this guy would actually be able to teach us a move. Let's just... Let's try it. Realistically, you shouldn't come into tropical jungle until you're totally prepared, but I think this guy might give us... Okay, it's going to be a tough fight. I really hope this goes okay. We have four floppies. We're pounding them right now. We need to keep that up. If he hits us with a disc cutter, which I think is called air cutter, we could be in a lot of trouble here. But it is an opportunity to maybe learn a new move on Patamon, and maybe gain some stats as well. If we can get to our limit break, that... Oh, God. Why do you know that? That's atrocious behavior. Okay, I didn't think he was going to know that. Does he always know that? I don't know what's what. We don't want to get hit by that again. Can we finish him off, please, before he does that? Hit him. The good news is we do have a chance to learn that. I think we're going to need our finisher to kill this guy. There's a lot of fanning around going on here. Okay, we trade these. I got one recovery, like one restore, which is making me feel good. It's taken every like muscle in my brain to like, oh god, there's the car. The Cody car. Can we just not get hit by... I'm gonna cook this because I'm so scared we're about to get roasted here. I don't even trust it. I actually don't even trust it. I don't want to use my revive this early, so I'm just gonna throw this. Patamon, I believe in you. We've got 2 moves we could learn from this guy. Here we go. Boom bubble, come on. Nice. Okay, so this is our limit break. This is what it looks like. First one of the playthrough. Max blast. Ooh, come on. Right, I need a new move. I need a new move. One time, please. To make this worth our while. Okay, well, we don't get the move, but we get some bits. We tried. Well, at least we know we can fight. Should we go? I don't... No, I'm not really sure I want to go round 2 against those little rascals. Okay, this is the Digimon bridge has now been rebuilt. Again, this is... If you're playing this game for the first time, folks, you won't know about this. And you might be a bit confused as to what's going on with it, but I'm trying to show you guys how... Oh, wow. Ooh. Interesting. I'm trying to show you guys the difference between knowing what to do in this game and not knowing, which, if you guys are playing for the first time, you will not know. We want to get that bridge online ASAP, and then the first thing we want to do is return back to where we met Tokomon. We want to return to that area, and we want to recruit him, because he doesn't actually come back to the village until you actually talk to him. Look at this. That's good. Finally, we get some actual mushrooms. This is a happy mushroom. Pharrell Williams, where you at? Now we can actually talk to Coelamon. Sometimes I forget, in playthroughs of old, I actually forget that you need to come back and talk to him. So he lets you hop across the river to then hit the back end of the bridge, which repairs it. Until you do this, the bridge is broken and you can't actually go into the jungle. I wouldn't really want to go into the jungle early on anyway, because, you know, the jungle's kind of ferocious, but if you know what you're doing, this is a good place to get your first shopkeeper. And shopkeepers are going to be very important. Coelamon joins the city, and that's him recruited, guys. So that is our first recruit after our tutorial Agumon. And it's probably the most important kind of early game recruit you can get next to Palmon, I would argue. But, you know, to each his own. Here's another happy mushroom. So again, we do actually have enhanced spawn rates. There's a Kurumon here that we can fight if we want to. He's a bit scary. Not really sure I'm in the mood for tangling with him yet, but I want to get some stuff here. I'm not going to fight this guy because there's a Digimon above him and it might pull aggro on both, which would be scary. I'm going to fight this guy though. Kurumon! The evening Digimon. I always do this when I first start playing. I give you guys a little bit of a tour of the area of Native Forest, because this is the starting area of this game. It's somewhere that you all know very well if you have started this game before and played it at some point. You'll get lost in Native Forest, you'll not know where to go, you'll maybe not make a lot of progress, you'll probably die in here a couple of times. We might die here right now, I don't know, we'll find out very shortly. But, yeah. Getting Patamon online is going to be quite difficult, I think, especially if we don't have any money. We're going to be using our HP recoveries that we get from sleeping to max advantage, guys. So we want to be... If we're full HP when we go to sleep, we're not playing the game properly. And the reason for that is because we're going to trade some health points and some mana pools. Come on, Patamon, get it together. We need that air cutter move ASAP. Guys, if we don't get it from Sukaimon on the bridge, then we're trolling. We might be able to get the Thundercloud ability, which would give him a bit of range, but that move is very, very unreliable. This guy's not even fighting me! What are you doing, Digimon? Come back, you little shit! You have no control of your Digimon. It goes without saying in this particular Digimon game, guys. It goes without saying. There we go, right. He wouldn't hit me now, would he? Okay, nice. He's going to take this full force right in the gobber. Hopefully it can finish him off. Perfect, okay. We have no mana, so that was the last... That was our last hope there. If you had interrupted that, I'd have been fuming. If you get attacked while you're in the animation of your limit break, guys, it will interrupt you. And it will make you cross. Maybe it'll make you laugh if it happens to me, but it'll make me cross. Crimson, what's happening, man? Right, wait, we need the bathroom. Perfect, we're right next to the toilet. Yeah, shock around if you didn't know about this. Welcome to Digimon World. There you go, guys. That was pretty good timing. If you don't get to a bathroom in time, your Digimon will literally do its business on the floor, and it will stay there for the rest of the time. That's not a lie, it's a fact. Okay, so, outside the city, you can see that we've got this map that's all broken and beaten up. It shows us that there's paths. So you've got a path up to Mount Panorama, which is currently locked because of what looks like an avalanche, some sort of, like, landslide. Tidal, thank you for the bits.
Jack, please feed Mrs. W01FY.
I'm gonna feed you
starving
guys.
and dying like Greymon was.
I'm gonna feed you guys a knuckle sandwich if you don't shut up, chat. I'm busy saving the digital world here. Mrs. Wolfie's fine. She's sitting with a huge bowl of pasta right now. I can smell it. This is Drill Tunnel, guys. One of our first kind of areas to explore that we'll go to later on when we're strong enough. What is the chances that our Patamon turns into Numamon? That could be quite scary. We have to be kind of careful. We haven't looked at his Digivolution options yet, actually, and that's something I should maybe be aware of. Patamon has access to 6 potential Digivolutions, and as long as we treat him right and look after him, we shouldn't have too much to worry about. One thing to pay attention to is tiredness and also his weight. If your weight goes too low, you're in trouble. If his tiredness goes too high, you're in trouble, guys. Keep on top of those 2 elements, and you should be fine. Touch wood. Right, back to the city we go. We have no mana right now, so fighting is probably a mistake. What I can do is I can take you guys in here, and I can show you guys that we have access to Tokomon, he's been chilling right here. Look at this guy. Tokomon! Welcome to my shop. I'll give you a great price, Wolfie. Well, thanks. Well, I'm glad he's honest about that. If he didn't give me a good price, I'd be pretty confused. I'm not good at sales, but neither is anyone else. I'm in charge of sales now. I hope we can do business. Wolfie, please bring as many Digimon back with you as you can. So you got a little update on the game basically saying, keep looking. You know, you're not done here. This isn't the credits. We get 1200 bits to our name. Let's see what we can buy from Tokomon. He's got 3 things on sale. HP recoveries, which are probably the most important right now. But he also sells some meat, which is quite nice. I'll just buy a couple of these. Don't mind if I do. Let's buy an even number. I'm basically going to unload all of my early game cash flow because we're just going to need these. I don't want to go too ham, but I think 6 is a healthy number, and then we'll keep the rest of our money. You can tell we've actually got a bunch of stuff that we've found here. The blue apple makes Digimon happy, and then the happy mushroom is also for gaining happiness. Some Digimon will have happiness and discipline requirements, and sometimes your Digimon will get a bit peeved at you. You can actually use these items. This one is slightly more healthy, this one's cursed. You have a chance of becoming sick if you use the happy mushroom, so it's like a early game kind of double-edged sword. What we can actually do here is probably sell our happy mushrooms to Tokomon. And I don't think that's a bad thing to do. We could also potentially sell our medicine and bandages, but that's really playing with fire, guys. You don't have any way of getting these back in the early game, so wasting them early is probably a mistake. Let's go ahead and sell our happy mushrooms, both of them, for 1,000 bits. See how much money that gives us. Actually, you can start to see as well how sometimes the mods, when you mod a game like this and you change something like, so you know when you enhance the spawn rate of items in the starting area by like 10%, a lot of people will do that and feel good about it, but it will actually start to have a quick impact on your early game economy. Some people will love that, but just food for thought. We're going to have way more money now than we should have at this point, and so that's going to unlock a lot of things for us. Why don't we hang on to the blue apple for the time being, and we'll not go too ham at the moment, because realistically we shouldn't really be, like, we could just load the boat and buy 12 recoveries here, guys, but I don't think that makes for interesting gameplay in my opinion. So we're going to be intelligent about our moves, but we're also not going to break things too early, because I feel like that would just be a little bit, it would be a mistake, you know. So what we could do is we pick up our meat from Tanomon. You want to do that once a day, because again, you have no other way of getting meat at the moment. We want to take Patamon in to do some more fighting, but he's also not very tired and he has no MP, so realistically what I want to do with Patamon now is probably train him a little bit. We want to get some of his stuff up. And what we train is really up to ourselves. We can do whatever we want. If we wanted a specific Digimon, if we knew what champion we were going for right off the rip, which I don't. I didn't even know you guys were going to choose Patamon today. You could aim for a specific Digimon here. You could aim for a specific champion. I'm not going to do that right now, but we might work on that stuff later on. When it comes to ultimates, more prep is required, and it's worth being wary of that. Whether we get an ultimate on our first Digimon, I'm not sure. It's hard to do when you're kind of doing it spitball, but we can keep an eye out and see how it goes. I'll try my best to, you know, be as smooth as I can. I think we should take our HP over 1,000. I think that's a good play. Getting HP is critical for so many reasons, guys. Again, it lets you stay in the fight longer, which lets you get your limit break, and thus allows you to blast the enemy to Kingdom Come, so we're going to train that. It looks like we're running out of MP, and if we do actually get any good moves from any of these random Digimon that we're currently fighting, we want to be having the juice to be able to use them. This is also giving us some defense points, so it's quite nice as well. Gotta be aware of the fact that Patamon might need to go for a deuce in the middle of the floor, so if your Digimon needs the bathroom and then you train, guys, your Digimon will immediately take a fat deuce, and it will be there forever and ever and ever. until you remove it later on with a specific Digimon, which we'll get into later.
Bozo humping rock is all the episode
He's
will
not,
be.
guys, he's not humping the rock. He's just, he's stretching his muscles, okay? He's getting the blood pumping. He's not humping the rock, okay? And to say that is a disservice to Pata Bro here. Hold on. Right, we'll put a save file in here, guys. If I say no... Whatever. There's a way of doing that, I think, when you don't save the battle data. We're going to rest here. We have to be a bit careful, because if we rest and Patamon needs a deuce, we're going to be in trouble. Resting is good. We're 34%. Our MP is still really low. But I think we could go into native jungle and do a bit more training. It's actually better to... Are we going to need a bathroom break right here? I've got a firm feeling that Patamon's going to decide to do something silly very shortly. It's worth your time to go into the forest and train early, guys, because when you train in the gym, right, think of it like this. When you train in the gym, you get like 8 points of one particular stat, and then you get like 2 or 3 points, throwaway points for something else, maybe 1 point, right? That will take a full in-game hour, right? Training in the gym takes a full in-game hour, whereas when you battle, although it's not like Next Order where time is completely stopped still, that's not good, battling enemies will only take 1/3 of an hour. So you can do 3 battles in the time it takes for you to, you know, assuming you can get to each battle quickly, you can take 3 battles in the time it takes for you to train once in the gym. Now, early on, these Digimon, if you can beat them, if you have the HP and the MP, if your Digimon actually does anything, Bozo, thank you, you have a chance of getting maybe 8 points for 1/3 of an hour. You know, you'll see after we beat Betamon here, that's going to hurt. Goodness gracious. Patamon, come on, man, get it together. You'll see, hopefully, once this fight is done, that you have a chance to earn more points. Now, this will take you a bit longer, of course, in real life, but it will be beneficial to your playthrough later on. As you get stronger, as your stats go above 100, for example, and you fight these Digimon down in Native Forest, you won't get any stats, so it falls off quickly, but you'll see here, if you assume that we gain... It's not really that great here. We get 4 points in 100 bits, which is not ideal. Probably because Betamon sucks, but we get a HP floppy here. You, probably a decent idea to potentially, fight these guys when you can early on. Let's go a bit south. The evening Digimon that spawn will be still hungry. Weight 16. Let's see if our Digimushroom does anything to our weight here. We're going to use one meat, one Digimushroom. Let's see if he likes that. He's happy with that, and our weight goes to 17, so Digimushrooms are still putting your weight up. I'm not going to bother fighting this Betamon down here. Where is he? I know he's here. Oh. Surprise. Got fucking John Cena hiding in a bush here, right? Okay. That's going to hurt. We're going to have to use a HP floppy here. You can see that we're already quite tanky, though, which is quite good. We got 7 HPs left, and I'm going to have to use an MP floppy, I'm afraid. We want to go down and fight the other Digimon. I wish you would stop doing that to me, Betamon. Would you stop doing that? Hey, Deft, how's it going? No days off, what's happening? Crimson, I said hi to you earlier. Phantom Spark, hello. J-Dub, what's happening, Jay? Who else have I missed today? Schnaze, I can see you chatting right recently as well. What's happening, guys? A warm welcome, folks. I've not done a very good job of talking to you guys today, but that'll pick up as we go. We're just trying to get established. I hope you guys understand. Alright, there we go. See, that Betamon fight was way better. I was too quick to like, jump over that. But we're getting lots of recoveries from these guys, which is good. Maybe a bit too many. There's the bathroom break I was expecting. Alright, well, we could go down to the forest. In fact, you know what? Let's just go down to the forest. What could go wrong? We're not gonna play it too safely here. Nobody's got time for that. We're gonna go down to the forest. We're gonna pick up items on the way, and then we're gonna fight some of these lower leveled. Some of these Digimon down here that are in the lower parts of the forest, but should have theoretically more stats. I just need to navigate around Betamon here. He wouldn't cripple me, would he? We're gonna get into this bathroom here. Sometimes what happens is Betamon... Yeah, I've seen this before. Betamon, like, waits on you. Don't you... Okay, he does actually let us past. We get the triple Digimushroom spawn. This is really good. This is really good. Let's fight this guy. See if we can get better stats from him. Like I said, when the time goes into evening... When the time goes to evening, we should theoretically have better opponents, but I don't know. This whole, this Pata air attack that he seems to have, Definitely could be better. But we ball anyway. We'll make it work, guys. Part of the fun of this game is figuring out, like, the bits and bobs. So again, here's another good example. So we get 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. So we get a decent amount of stats there. And again, maybe probably a little bit less than the gym, but you'll notice on the clock that we're making money here. We're also gaining the chance to learn moves from these guys, although admittedly we've not been having a lot of luck with it. I was hoping that we would have picked up... There's only 3 air moves that Patamon can actually learn. It looks like a lot of his moves are actually battle-type moves, which are basically physical moves. Not exactly ideal, but maybe some of these he can pick up? I don't know. Well, we might have to wait and see. Maybe we can't get any of these moves from up above. Do I want to try and fight Digimon? Alright, I might come and regret this, guys. If we can get our limit break off, we should be okay. This could be quite crazy, though. If he poisons us early, we're in trouble. We kind of want to avoid that. Okay, good hit. He takes a lot of damage, that's good. Might even be able to learn a move from him, but it looks like he's doing Sonic Jab. This guy will eventually... Maybe I don't even need an MP here. Let's just see what happens. We've got him on the ropes. This is going really well. Eventually he's going to stand still and he's... Yeah, I really wanted to take advantage of maybe hitting him with that when he was doing that, but... Luckily we didn't get poisoned. So we don't have any, like, ticking HP problems, but if he does that again, we want to interrupt him. Get him in the corner, Patamon. Get him in there. 2 more hits and we should be good. Hit him quick. Nice. Yeah, we're in a bit of bother here, but it's okay. We'll keep healthy. We are poisoned this time, but luckily the fight's over. Nice. We should get good stats for this. I think this should be better. Yeah, okay, so 2-2. So what is that? 6, 7, 8. We get 8 points. 500 bits, though. No moves, which kind of sucks, but that's alright. I'm kind of hoping maybe there's the potential of getting moves from these guys. We don't want to fight 2 Digimon at once, like I said earlier. That's a bit of a... gets a bit dicey. Eventually we will walk into a fight, guys, that we're not quite prepared for and we're not ready. I guess what we could do in the meantime is let's go talk to Patamon. And we'll maybe try and recruit Patamon. Oh god, that's a Digimon. I didn't mean that. I swear I didn't mean that. I can't promise that the second fight goes as well as the first one. That does still hit us, unfortunately. And now we are poisoned. Oh god. This was not exactly part of my plan. But I mean, if it works, it works. You might have noticed, folks, one of the options that I've not talked about that Vice Mod offers is actually a digital clock. And there's probably a lot of you guys who have selected that option. I can imagine it being quite a common option. We need... That's the big MP floppy. We don't want to waste that. Come on, Patamon, get it together. I'm going to use my recovery in battle here. Yeah, I think a lot of people will use the digital clock option that's available for the Vice mod, which is really nice. Again, I've opted not to turn it on just because, I don't know, it just feels natural to play Digimon World with the kind of jank-ass clock that they give you. I don't know why I've done this or why I'm like this, guys, but yeah, I think it'll be fine. What do we want to do? I know Patamon's going to go to sleep soon, so honestly, I kind of want to head for the bridge, and the way we get to the bridge is this way. I'm going to give him one more shot at trying to learn moves from these 2 Digimon that we saw along here. Patamon is stronger than the first time we fought Tsukaimon, and now we don't have to go around via Coela over the water. We can actually just go straight from the bridge here. We're a little bit early. But there's still an opportunity for us to do stuff in the jungle while we're waiting. Eventually Patamon will want to go to sleep. We have to try and not let Patamon go to sleep too early, or at least get back in time. Aurorumon. Ooh. Aurorumon, do I want to fight you? There's actually a Digimon we can recruit right now, guys, that will enhance our shopkeeping abilities. I'm wondering if we can actually risk it. It is exactly that, though. It's a bit risky. So we've not been in any of the tropical jungle just yet. Just looking at some of the options here. Let's go along this way. I don't really want to touch any of these Digimon, because although they don't look that fierce, they can be a little bit scary. Let's see what's in here. Can I collect this, please? A big HP floppy, so we've already got one of those. We're going to be stashing some of those in the bank. See, the Digimushrooms are popping off. Patamon wants to go to sleep. Let's see if we can actually use this to our advantage. There's a Digimon around here that I want to recruit that's actually a very easy recruit. I think it's not in this direction, is it? Mangrove region. Oh, if this is it here. Is this it? There's some giant Yamnamon here that can be a little bit scary at times. This is our Digimon. Okay, cool. So here's Betamon here. Betamon is actually a Digimon that you might not know about because you're probably not going to go into the tropical jungle very early. He's definitely a really easy recruit to grab if you know how to get here, because you don't have to fight him. Or at least normally you don't. I don't know if that's changed. Something came back to life. I used to live in the city. You smell like the city. Excuse me. Whoa, it's scary. I left the city and lost my memory, but thanks to you I remember everything now. I'm going back? Okay. Of course. Alright, Betamon. Gonna join the city. There you go, guys. Recruited. Third recruit of the playthrough, and Patamon does need to go to sleep. I'm kinda tempted to put Patamon to sleep now. I do it by... You don't want to miss this window. I'm just scared about putting Patamon to sleep in a weird place, because then you might end up in trouble. I'll put Patamon to sleep here. And we'll save our game as well. There's only 2 ways you can save in Digimon World 1. You can't just save normally, and there's no autosave, of course. So if you don't save, you're in trouble. We can save here when we go to sleep at night, and we can also save in Jijimon's house. That's the only 2 locations. So, nighttime. That means that our HP and our MP should be back up. Again, these Digimon are going to be a little bit... I don't know how scary Penguin one is. I can't imagine he'd be too hard, but I want to fight this guy, but I don't want to fight both at once. Sometimes if there's a Digimon off the screen, they will join the fight to support their ally, and it'll be a 2v1. That's pretty bad if that happens, guys. We'll give Patamon another chance to learn some moves here. I think he should be able to learn 1 or 2 of these. That move that was just used there looked like a lot like Dynamic Kick. I'll see if that's an option. The Wind Cutter move would be superb because it's ranged. Patamon's really struggling with range at the moment, as you can see. I know Dave was here earlier. Dave very kindly gave me some bits. Landing Strip Dave, he's a big fan of Patamon and DW1. There's some deep lore cooked into the Wolfie history from back in the day. Tidal, thank you for all the bits you've been giving me today, mate. I don't mean to gloss over those. I am very grateful. Not bad so far, guys. We managed to get the basic starters that I would expect. We'll see what Betamon does when he joins the city, because some of you guys won't know what he does. But some of you guys will. It's not that exciting, but it's definitely useful. Some Digimon in this game come back to the city and they do very, very little to nothing. That will occur sometimes. Kind of hoping that this guy uses his moves, because I don't want to defeat him until he uses his moves. Maybe we can proc that. There we go. Okay, that's one of them for sure. I want to heal before he kills us. Alright, we'll just boom bubble this guy here. This might be enough to win the fight. Yep, easy. 572. When you do the power-up, guys, it's L1 and R1 on your controller to get more points on the power-up. It adds an element of extra damage to it. Not super important if you mess it up. I'll mess it up a bunch of times in this playthrough for sure. What's he giving us? Sukaimon dropped meat. And Spinning Shot has just learned. That is kind of incredible. Okay, Spinning Shot was not the move I wanted, but I will certainly take it. The only problem with Spinning Shot is that move is very expensive to use. Let's have a look, Patamon. You can just hold on to your jets there. It costs 150 MP to cast, guys, as opposed to 18 that we're using right now. Patamon only has 856 MP. We could certainly give it a go. Yeah, I mean, let's try it. We've got a decent amount of MP at the moment. I'm going to feed him here, and I'm going to fight the other Sukaimon, then we're going to go back to the village. Start our day over again. Sukaimon, come on then. We want to try and get some moves from this guy that isn't the Big Daddy moves, which I'll take it, guys. I'll take it. But I would really like to get Wind Cutter. Wind Cutter's like the happy middle ground, or maybe even the kick move that he seems to be doing. They're just, yeah. I mean, that's how quickly your experience in this game can change. You go from 0 to 100 pretty quickly. All right, and we do get some good XP here as well. It looks like we just picked up Dynamic Kick. That's absolutely insane. Okay. 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 Okay, I'll take it. You never know, guys. Sometimes you get nothing, sometimes you get everything. When it rains, it pours, and when it snows, you're gubbed. Alright. Patamon, come on then, let's get you back to the city. You're a little bit tired. I think it's probably time where we could maybe fight Patamon. I don't really want to super rely on Spin Shot, but we'll put it back on in a bit. That just seems so busted. Okay, Again, we could fight Kunamon if we wanted to. Kunamon's got a nice feature in the city, but I don't know if we want to tangle with him just yet. I don't think he should be our next priority. Let's go back to native forest. I know we've spent a lot of time in here, but Spin Shot's cool because it does actually have AoE, which is interesting. Right, I'll tell you what, let's take 1 or 2 more fights here, guys. We'll make a bit of money, and then we're going to head back to the city. And then when we wake up from training, we'll do a bit of training to get our stats up, and then we'll probably... I want to take it nice and easy. We want to enjoy our playthrough of Digimon World 1, guys. That's the thing. I'll talk about mentality when playing this game in a minute, because it's something I chat about quite a lot. I'll give you guys my plans first, because you're probably more interested in that than my drivel. But we fight this guy, we go back to the city, buy some items, rest up, do a bit of training. Basically start preparing for Champion, because Champion's starting to creep up on us. That'll be happening very shortly. Patamon will be Digivolving. See that our defense still kind of sucks. I could just walk around here with Spin Shot, one-shot on these guys, but I just don't know if it's a good idea. I think typically if the fights... I was going to say if the fights last longer, you actually get more stats. I don't actually think that's true, because we just one-shot that Tsukaimon in the jungle, and it gave us tons of stats, so... Yeah, I don't know. Patamon, if you could please tidy this up, that'd be real good, mate. That'd be real good. Oh my god, this guy is the worst. I don't know why I thought this would be better. There's probably a lot of people who know this game inside out very, very well. And there'll be a lot of you guys that are maybe a bit more focused on, like, optimally playing this game. There are optimal ways to play Digimon World. There are optimal ways to play Digimon World Next Order. There are things that you can do to give yourself the best chance to beat the game as fast as possible. My intention when I play this with you guys is to do a kind of hybrid. We're going to be efficient. We're going to be smart. Or at least we're going to try and be as smart as we can. I can't promise that everything will work out flawlessly. But we also don't want to, like, speedrun it, right? There's no real need to play through this game, you know, as fast as possible. Big HP floppy. Jeez. We got that out of the box earlier. Maybe should have left that behind. This blue apple's worth a lot of money. What this item is that's been dropped is a Various. It's really not that exciting. Basically, if you become pixelated, which we haven't seen yet on this playthrough, you can use that item to undo the issue. I think it might also cure poison or something. I can't remember, honestly. But we don't need to care about that right now. I can't carry it, which is a shame, and all my other items are worth more. Let's go fix that right now. Yeah, we could obviously play this game as fast as possible. I could run around recruiting... Why is there a Tokomon here? The Kunamon? We could run around collecting all the Digimon as fast as possible, guys, but then I feel like that's not giving you guys, like, a true experience as to what this game is supposed to play like. I like playing through this game and seeing multiple Digivolutions. I like seeing different Digimon appear. I like seeing different champions, different rookies, and just taking my time, right? I'm not going to be super slow-mo. We're not going to drag our heels. I'm not going to draw it out longer than it needs to be. But we're gonna take our time. We're going to stop and smell the flowers a little bit, because see, when you start trying to speedrun a game like this, you'll start getting anxious and you'll start getting stressed out. And honestly, there's no reason to be stressed out when you play these games, because there's already enough... This game's going to throw so much trash and garbage at you, there's not really a reason to get, you know, exhausted playing it. It's all about just taking your time, building up your economy. And when your Digimon are reborn, they're actually going to inherit stats from the previous generation. You still have to do a lot of training when you play. But you won't inherit as much stats as you do in games like Next Order. Those games are a lot more forgiving. But you will inherit a little bit of stats, and as your Tamer rank goes up, something that we'll be looking to do, you can see our Tamer rank right now is level 0. We're not even starting on 1. We start at 0 and we're an amateur. When your Tamer rank goes up, you will inherit more stats as your playthrough goes on. And the reason why I'm mentioning this, to keep this train of thought somewhat organised, is because the more you play, the stronger you will get when you play this game. So if you try and rush, you'll make mistakes, you'll lose money, you'll lose Digimon, your Digimon will die, it'll not be as fun. So take your time and enjoy yourself as best you can with this marvellous broken PS1 game that I love so much. Here's Betamon in the city. Let's go talk to Betamon. What's up, dude? Well, what do you think? We have decided to help each other and sell all these items. So what Betamon's saying is he's basically expanding the roster of things you can buy, something that is very, very integral. Now, the shop is still a bit shit, but now we have some extra items that are kind of cool. So we can now buy HP floppies and big HP floppies. Nettle Greymon, hello.
Excuse me, streamer. This isn't about you killing me, we have a bigger issue.
Okay.
That Cheese Duda Bro has informed he his 75-bit Green Ranger flute sound isn't there.
Yes.
He is very upset, almost as upset as me as I starved to death alone.
Okay, I'll tell you what, guys. Seeing as Metal Greymon, you've been so kind as to donate, I will turn the stickers back on, guys. The stickers are now on. Let's go ahead and buy some meat, guys, for the journey. We did actually pick up the various... What was I trying to pick up in the forest? Big MP, floppy, blue apple, and a bunch of other stuff. We have 15 Digimushrooms. We don't need 15 Digimushrooms, so I'm going to sell like 7 of these for 350. And what we're going to do now... I'll look more at the shop in a minute. I know we got interrupted by the donation. Hold on. Right, guys, this is Agumon, and he is the bank. He is the item storage facilitator. I think inside of Digimon Next Order, your shopkeeper is someone else. Can somebody remind me who the shopkeeper is? It's someone you get very early. I can't remember. In this game, it's Agumon, and he's going to store some stuff for us, so we're going to do that right now. Stop it, chat. Stop it. Focus, please. Right, we've got 15 pieces of meat, which is crazy. The various we're going to store. The restore I'm going to keep. The bandage I'm going to keep. The medicine we're going to deposit. And the big MP floppy I'm going to deposit, as well as the blue apple and the HP floppy. And that's going to give us some space in our backpack. We want item space for when we find items or if people offer us items. So let's go ahead and rearrange this. I can do this. Oh, we're going to move. There we go. Nice. Moving and a grooving. We want the HP recoveries at the top of our inventory so that if we're in battle, we can access them quickly. We don't have any MP, so we'll store some items with Agumon. Some of the stuff we won't need immediately, like the big HP recoveries and stuff like that. I'm going to go back down. I'm going to show you guys the shopkeeper because the inventory has expanded and I got distracted. Hold on. That was your fault, chat. Colamon, hi. Colamon looks very pixelated. I think it's because Colamon as a Digimon doesn't have a model in this game because you can't actually play as Colamon, I don't think. Can you play as Colamon? Anyways, you can see that some of the Digimon that you can play as have their own sprites and models, so that's why Patamon and Betamon are so distinctive, because you can actually have Betamon as a Digimon. Patamon is the storage in Next Order, thank you, Messiah. Yeah. Right, we want to buy some more MP floppies. These are quite expensive though, so we have to be a bit careful. We're going to buy 5. Half of our bank balance gone immediately. I'm going to buy an autopilot, which is my favourite item in the game. In fact, we might even buy 2 very expensive items. And I'm also going to now buy... We're not really bothered about the various. Those are cool, but they're not super useful. I'm going to buy 5 small recoveries. And that's going to be good. Let me just inspect my items here. We get 7 of these, 5 of these. I think we could do a little bit more. 2 autopilots is really nice. If you don't know what the autopilot does, guys, it means that wherever you are in the world, you will take that autopilot, you feed it to your Digimon, and it ejects you straight back to the city. You spawn in front of Digimon's hut immediately, and it passes no time. Now, when I was a kid, I never ever used the autopilots. I thought they were like the biggest waste of money, because they are quite expensive, right? But as an adult playing this game, or like as I got older, I realized the autopilots are they're absolutely incredible and very busted. So you definitely want to use those. You definitely want to grab some. If you can afford to do so, because they'll save you so much time. And I think that one of the biggest beginner pitfalls that you fall into as a new player of this game is not realizing that, you know, saving as much time as you can when you can, whether that's fast traveling to areas you want to get to or warping back with an autopilot, saves you so much in-game time, and therefore the life of your Digimon will be preserved. If I didn't explain it and you guys are absolutely brand new here, I should have said this earlier, but your Digimon do pass away in this game. They can die in battle, and when they die, they are turned into an egg. You get 3 lives, and once you've run out of your lives, your Digimon is kaput. It starts again. And your Digimon can also die of old age as well, which is kind of crazy. So let's take Patamon to the bathroom here. And also feed him. This is wild. I feel like as long as he washes his hands thoroughly, we should be okay here. So yeah, there's that. There's an extension on the Vice mod that is quite important, and I should probably mention as well. There's going to be a lot of these conversations as we play through this playthrough, guys, where I cover a lot of topics. So I'm trying not to kind of overload you guys, but also know there's going to be a lot of questions in the comments, so I'm trying to cover that now ahead of time. But there is actually an extension, a hack within the patch that you can choose yes or no for, and it's to do with the life extension of your ultimates. So there's actually a patch within the Vice mod that will extend the duration of your ultimates. When you digivolve to ultimate in this game, you get 4 days, which is really not that much. It's really not that much in-game time. The Vice mod, I think by default, extends that to 8 days. Now, a lot of people will prefer that and enjoy that. I have opted to switch that off. So when my Digimon turn into ultimate, we will only have an ultimate for 4 days, and then we will be back to a rookie again. Now, I know a lot of people might be confused about that. It's just because I like rotating my Digimon as fast as possible and showcasing off different Digimon. I don't need to spend as much time exploring as I would do if I was a new player. So we're going to instead be spending more of our time. We're going to basically, I wanted to, like what you would, I guess what I'm trying to say is this. Let me try this discussion again in English. If you didn't know where to go in this game, if you didn't know who to find, what to do, who to speak to, what items to get, where to, you know, how to navigate the areas and find out the mysteries, you would need that time as an ultimate to explore. But because I have this game downloaded into my... that sounds weird. Because I've played this game a lot, roughly, I know where I'm going, so I don't need to spend as much time figuring that out. So less time will be wasted. It means we can basically digivolve into new Digimon sooner, and so that's the reason I've decided to opt for that change. So there you go. Gonna get our brains up to 100 here. Patamon is definitely due to digivolve, I just don't know when. I'm going to go and rest him now because I think Patamon's getting to that breaking point where he's going to start to be tired. We want to keep that tiredness as controlled as possible. And because we have no items to do that right now, the only thing I can do is take Patamon to go to sleep. So there's every possibility we do somehow turn into Numemon if our stats are a bit too gobbledygook here. Numemon occurs as a Digivolution when you don't hit the criteria of any other champion Digimon. I don't think that's going to be a problem for us. We have a lot of battles which will ultimately rule out a couple. But we have 0 mistakes and our weight is fine. I think we'll be fine. He says very boldly. We'll find out very shortly how this works. Boy Spell, what's up, man? Tsunami as well. Welcome to the stream today, guys. So when we go to sleep, our tiredness goes down 10%. So it's really not that much. You don't actually get that much of a reduction. Do you think you'll be doing a bug tournament at some point? Yeah. Robert, for sure, man. If I can get to it, I will. The bug tournament's awkward because it occurs on a specific day of the month. But realistically, the bug tournament is just a regular tournament that you can do in the city. It's the same environment and whatnot, I think. But you have a chance to win, like, specific bug rewards, I guess, for bug Digivolutions. The only thing is you can only get into it with a bug Digimon, and you have to be there on a certain day of the month. So it's quite specific. But as soon as we have access to Beetleland, we can maybe consider that, yeah. It's definitely something that I know. I know because that was what we said we were going to do in our first playthrough of this game. It's something that comes up quite a lot. Let's go ahead and train our speed up. Currently our strength is the highest stat. Let's go ahead and put some points into some of these other parts of Patamon. We have to be a bit careful. Yeah, our tiredness is getting pushed up again. He will go to sleep very shortly though. In fact, he might need to go to sleep sooner rather than later. Let's go on a little adventure, guys. We've done a little bit of exploration here. We've done a little bit of training. We're going to keep exploring. There's another Digimon we can go and recruit, and it's a good one. So let's go get Palmon. I'm going to try and avoid any of these Digimon here. Because realistically, the stats we're going to get from these guys is not that great anymore. We could also potentially... I can see the chicken bananas have started. Thanks, Leo. We could potentially go in a drill tunnel. Might be a mistake to go in there too early. But I think there's also other options of Digimon we could fight that could potentially teach us some of these fighting moves that we need. We've now got Dynamic Kick as well, which is great, so go ahead and put that on. A little bit cheaper to use than the Wind Shot. Less damage, of course, but still a little bit more manageable. And we'll maybe use Dynamic Kick to best Palmon down here. Palmon is probably going to be quite tricky, so I don't know how difficult this will be. Palmon's a little flower. She's blending in, pretending to be a flower, and you actually have to spam talk to her. There's no way of getting around this. You just have to talk to her 3 times. 4 times? I said I'm a flower. Aren't you listening? Here we go. It's so funny because, like, if you play this game for the first time, your adult brain will tell you that if you talk to a Digimon and they don't do anything, you won't get anything from them, right? Whereas you kind of have to Dark Souls this shit with Patamon, or Palmon, sorry. You just have to spam the button until new lines of dialogue appear. Is there a Mega Caviterimon in this mod? Asked Robert. No. There's not a Mega Caviterimon in the mod, guys. The only Digimon that have been added as a companion Digimon that you can play as is Weregarurumon. But I also believe there's a bunch of stuff that you can change. I think Metal Etamon is available from Factorial Town, I think. If you have an Etamon and you take him to Factorial Town, I believe you can become Metal Etamon. And there's also... You can turn on Panja Leomon if you want the Ice Leomon. And you can also turn on Vermiliomon if you want the fire version of Monochromon. But those are exchangeable. It's like one or the other. You can only have monochromon or vermilionmon. You can't have both in the game. You can also have Weregarurumon black if you'd prefer. That's an option you can turn on, which is pretty cool. So yeah, there's lots of options. There's another Digimon you can turn into that's to do with metal. Palmon's going to join the city here. Sounds like fun. I'm Palmon. You'll find me useful. We certainly will. Jijimon, thank you. Skyrax, yes. Jijimon is the Digimon I'm thinking of. Okay, so Palmon has been defeated, guys. We get a bunch of stuff. Most importantly, Palmon gives us a brain chip, which is a very, very rare item, and you're not going to find a lot of these in your playthrough, so you want to hang on to that. In fact, because when you die in combat, you can have items stolen, I think it actually makes sense for us to maybe head back to the city and try and put that into the bank. I'm going to try our first 2v1. See if we can't make this work. We have no MP, admittedly, but we're pretty strong. MP floppies 5. I'll tell you what we'll do, guys. See, because this is a 2v1, why don't we put spinning shot back on, because they can, I think they can be multi-hit in this fight. Whether this goes to plan or not, I don't know. I'm going to give an MP floppy to my Digimon before we start. You can feed items to your Digimon outside of combat. Why is there another Betamon? Did he just reject it? I think he did. So if your Digimon reject, you get an opportunity to skull, which will build discipline and reduce happiness, so worth contemplating. I'm going to try and feed the floppy to them again. I don't want to fight 3 Digimon at once, but the multiplier for fighting 2 Digimon at once is normally good, and both Digimon stay. Sometimes one Digimon will flee if you're much stronger, or it's just, I think it might just be RNG actually, I don't know. Sometimes your Digimon, the enemy Digimon will flee. You can see the dynamic kick doing massive damage. The poison also hits Betamon as well. The spinning shot is absolutely incredible. It nearly double taps. But Vegemon, red Vegemon does actually defend here. I think there's a Vegemon... Is there not like a Vegemon change you can do in the game as well, maybe, potentially? Absolutely cleaned house here. Let's see how much stats we get for this. Not bad. Not amazing. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So again, it's 8 points spread out across. We get bits though. Budoki Betamon dropped the HP floppy, as they love to do apparently. Pexy, what's up, dude? Wasn't there a cheat code you could use to get like everything at the start of the game? Do you mean in terms of Digimon World 1 Vanilla, Pexy, or are you asking in terms of the mod? There's other things you can do in the mod that we opted not to do, guys. I could have set the learning ability of our Digimon to be much, much better in terms of moves. I could have set much more Digimon. You can set up pretty much anything you want. You can make even more items spawn. You can make the quality of items better that spawn. The item drop rate of random Digimon, you can increase that even more than we already have done. And then there's also the ability to gain more stats when you fight wild Digimon. You can turn that up. We've opted not to touch that. We haven't enhanced that in any way, shape, or form. And what's the other thing you knew? You can set it so that the bonus training in the gym is very favourable to you. You can make it so that it always gives you like the chance to get the bonus try, which gives you massive stats if you can pull it off. Stuff like this. My Digimon is about to go to sleep here, and I don't know if I can get away with... I think this is a bit silly to do what I'm doing, but I'm going to do it anyway, just to be careful, guys. He's probably going to want to go to sleep very shortly. Yeah, okay. If you go to sleep when they're hungry in this game, guys, it doesn't actually count as a care mistake to not feed them. But if you go to bed when you need a dump, you will wake up in the morning with an unpleasant surprise. So, like, see right here, your Digimon needs fed and it needs to go to sleep. If you actually go to sleep here, as far as I'm aware, in the vanilla game, the sleep need cancels out the food need. That being said, I am going to use some food because we have tons of food at this point. And it's also an opportunity for us to boost our discipline and our happiness here with Panorama. So let's just go to sleep. This is day 3, I think? Age 3? I am really, really unsure about what we're going to digivolve into, guys, but I'm excited to see. I don't even know, like, what Patamon's options are to, like, give you guys suggestions. Obviously, Angemon is there, but I don't think Angemon is going to be the Digimon we see. I think that would be quite unlikely. Angemon's probably got, like, a... Right, oh, hold on, we need to not forget what our plans were, because I had plans here. Angemon's going to have, like, probably the brain requirement, and maybe MP, because he's an angel, you know, magic and stuff. That's normally what I would associate with him, but I don't know the exact specifications. And I also don't really want you guys to tell me either. But I'm happy to let it flow a little bit and just see if we get something good, great. If we get something terrible, then we'll just work with it and we'll learn and pivot. Right, in hand, we want to move some stuff out of here, guys, in case we lose it in the jungle. We're going to go ahead and put our brain chip in storage. We could use it if we wanted, but I don't typically waste the chips early on when we don't know what we need. It would be really silly to waste this when we actually need it later and then we cry. So 4 MP floppies, 2 bandages, 1 restore. We got 10 mushrooms, HP floppy as well. Okay, cool. So realistically, we have some space for items if we find any, and we have enough heals to survive. I'm going to try and get round. I'll show you guys Patamon. In fact, I don't know if... Demon King! Nice to have you guys here today, folks. No, normally what I'd like to do is maybe push some of the other requirements above 100, like defense and HP and stuff, but what I'd really like to do is try and get round to the bridge if I can. So I'm going to try and avoid combat. Eventually we will fight Kurumon in the jungle, which would be really good as well, because Kurumon's got a really nice feature that he adds that would save us a lot of time right now. In fact, I'm kind of wishing we had already fought him, because it would have made our lives a little bit easier. But if I was to just hustle down... I'll go this way, because sometimes the mushrooms spawn, and if we go this way we can see... Yeah, okay, nice. This is why I came this way, to just keep an eye out. I don't know if I can get to Sukaimon, but he might linger for an hour after the dawn has arrived. Once this little clock ticks into the next hour, guys, we will have daylight approaching. You see the timer? We're pushing it right now. We've got like 5 seconds to get over this bridge. I'm going to try and get there before the time resets. It's gotta be close. Please let me over. I don't know if that counts or not. Maybe we're actually alright. Maybe we're like an hour early. Yeah, we're back here with Sukaimon. Right. Let's go into our tech. I know we fought this guy a lot. I'm going to take Spinning Shot off because it's kind of broken. I also don't want to kill this guy too fast, which I know sounds ridiculous, but if this guy doesn't use his move, we won't have a chance to learn it, and we want to have a chance to learn Spinning Shot here. If we kill him too fast, we'll have problems. There it is. Now we can kill him. He's used it. Boom. Again, Vice Mod has an option. I can see you guys are spamming the crosswords manga. That's amazing, guys. Thanks so much for that. Yes. You have the opportunity to set it so that your Digimon don't have to see the move on Vice Mod. You can turn that feature on. I've opted not to do it because, again, I feel like it's a bit too strong. There's a lot of stuff I have purposefully not switched on because I feel like it's broken. And again, you guys don't have to follow suit in your own playthrough. I'm just explaining realistically why I have left some really, really OP options off, because I feel like it'll just bust things. Maybe if we were actually committing to hardcore, it would be fine, but we're not doing hardcore, so yeah. We don't get Spinning Shot, which is a bit of a bummer. I'm actually not sure if Patamon can learn it or not. I think he can. I would assume he can. It'd be weird if he couldn't. We just have to fight Batman here. Let's dive in and have a look. Still no Spinning Shot. Maybe Spinning Shot just can't be learned. I don't know. I don't want to give up hope too early, but it is still nighttime. I wonder if we can fight some of these other Digimon in here. There's also the potential of going deeper into Tropical Jungle. Could we defeat Emojimon? A part of me thinks no. And Sukamon is still here. Okay, let's give it one more go, guys, against both of these guys. And then we'll start to consider where we're going to go next. I think we don't go too deep until we get Champion. But then once we get Champion, we can do whatever we want. Once we get... Oh, I'm fighting two at once. Okay, that's unexpected. Especially with the Spinning Shot, that's a bit scary. We're going to try not die here. Looks like one of the other enemies were stuck by the vending machine, which is hilarious. This should pay out good stats at the very least. If we take that first one out, that'd be grand. Nice. You can see Patamon's way faster than... I wasn't worried. I wasn't worried in the slightest. I'm going to throw another recovery in case we die. This Digimon is running laps around us right now, where our ankles are destroyed. Can we jam him in the corner behind the vending machine? Oh, there we go. Spinning Shot, please. I would like to see Spinning Shot, please. If you wouldn't mind using Spinning Shot, that would be awesome. That's not it. He's not going to use it, is he? He's not going to use it, is he? Patamon's flail it. There it is. That's it, baby. And then the finisher into the move learn. First try. Are you guys ready for this? Watch this, chat. The perfect finale. It's the anime finish. Are you guys ready for this? It's the anime finish. On the beach, the two Patamons, light and dark, duke it out. And then the Digigods reward us. Are you guys watching? Are you guys watching? 800 bits, some stats, and guys, this is gonna be a good playthrough. I'm feeling it. Okay, nice. Excelente. We take those every day of the week, son. I'm gonna put on our new move, which is Windcutter. And it has a boost, look. Ooh, this is so exciting. It's so much to talk about. So much to do, so much to see, so much digis to put in our murder basement. This is great. Okay, look, Windcutter. It's blue, guys. That is because each Digimon has a tech enhancement on the Vice mod. Each Digimon has a specific move that it enjoys using and gets a tiny, tiny little tech boost to it. Windcutter, congratulations. We don't need both, so... Fantastical, baby! Oh, guys, we're smurfing it. Right, what to do next? Why don't we go and get Kunamon? Because we've talked about defeating Kunamon 1,000 times and we've not done it yet. Now that we have Windcutter at our disposal, we are a whole new kettle of fish. A whole new beast. 90s child, welcome. Nice to see you. Patamon is ugly and lame? Chris, I didn't ask about your grandmother. Sorry, I didn't mean that. Right, I need to, heals and MP floppies. Right, Kunamon's here, guys. Let's talk to Kunamon. I'm hungry, says Kunamon. Sounds like Mrs. Wolfie. Give food or don't give food. Let's go ahead and give Kunamon a Digimushroom. He deserves nothing less. That's good. Let's fight. So Kunamon's a little bit tricky. He's not like the final boss, but he's a bit trickier than some of the Digimon you can encounter around here. He's got some poison, he's got some moves. Let's go ahead and throw some MP at Patamon. This is a tiny fight arena. Sometimes Kunamon can end the speedrunners runs. You'll notice, if you ever watch any speedruns of DW1, which I actually love doing myself, because I'm a freak, you'll know that Kunamon can be a bit of a ball ache sometimes. Obviously, the people who know what they're doing, not so much, but I've seen Kunamon be a little shit from time to time. So, Limpa, thank you for gifting a sub to Sergeant Dante. Dante, welcome back. You see how much we're already leaning on recoveries in this playthrough early on. It's basically the way to beat Digimon World 1 and also Next Order is to just ensure that at all times, guys, you have enough money to buy enough resources. And if you have enough heals, theoretically, the playthrough should go okay. But obviously, there's always going to be random issues. Oh my god, like this. Could you just not kill me? What the hell was that, Kunamon, you little bastard? Yeah, could you just... Oh, that was really good timing. Maybe we can finish him off with our limit break here? Let's see if we can get it. Oh, that's going to kill him. Windcutter is the finish. Bang. Kunamon down. Another early city recruit that you can grab fairly easily, guys. We get a bunch of stats, which is good. It actually takes us over 100 defense, which might change our Digivolution options here. Our HP's still quite low. I kind of want to train that up a bit. Kunamon dropped an MP chip, which is fantastic. Nice. This isn't good. What should I do? I'm going to the city. Okay, I'll do that. I need an insectoid Digimon named... Oh, I'm an insect Digimon named Kunamon. Nice to meet you. Alright. So we've got Gunnermon heading back to the city, and he's going to help us out with his insect abilities. The MP chip we always pick up, guys. We never want to leave that behind. And I think we're going to head back to the city as well. Now, I don't know if Kunamon I know what Kunamon does. I don't know if he's going to let us in straight away or not. I don't know if we have to chat to him first to find out what he's done. We could also take a Vegemon fight here. Why not? We've got enough resources. We're going to do a shop in a minute anyway. I'm just trying to get as much stats as I can. If we were to have picked yes, yes as our starting options for the beginning when Jijimon asked us the question, we would have started with Palmon, as discussed, the little plant bro. And this is one of the moves I would have wanted if I was playing as Palmon. So if you guys are playing as Palmon, that red Vegemon has a move that you're most likely... I mean, I can't know this for a fact, but I would assume that Palmon can learn that. I might even be so bold as to claim that that might be her enhanced tech move as well. So it might have extra benefits of you guys looking for that if you want to. But we're not playing as Palmon. We've got the Patabro. It's kind of cool in the beginning of a playthrough like this because your Digimon will turn into basically anything, and whatever you get, you're filling out the Digimon board, which is a part of your late game if you want to go for the crazy stuff. Let's head back. I'm gonna... What's the... Energy's only 25. I'll tell you what, let's take Patamon into the gym. We're going to train HP once, and then I'm going to take him along to visit the meat farm, and I'm going to show you guys Patamon. We're also going to buy stuff too. I want to train HP as much as possible because, again, it's just going to keep us healthy and alive. It's also giving us some extra points as well. Here I go again. I think we leave it at that. Let's leave it at that. I don't know, can somebody tell me, from people who have played this Vice mod, what percentage of tiredness is it that the little raindrop appears, the little sweat drop above the head of our Digimon? Does anybody know that off the top? I don't know if it's like 60%, 70%, 80%. Might even be 100%. I don't know how that works. I don't know how much room we have to breathe here. Normally when I'm playing this game, I do 5 sets of training and then I rest and then I do 5 sets of training and it works out fine-ish, but I don't know if that's necessarily great. When we have access to better food produce later on in the game, we won't have to worry about energy as much because some of the food you get, the better food you get from the farms later on, actually reduce your fatigue, which reduces your tiredness. So let's go ahead and put our MP chip into the box here. And I'm also gonna, I think that's fine. I don't think there's anything else we want to do. Yeah, that's fine. I could have showed you guys the autopilots as well, but because we're so close to the city at the moment, there's no real need to waste the autopilots. Just a very good item. On the 15th day of the month, guys, you're going to want to come to this box here. Just a word of warning. I'll talk about it later, but just bear that in mind. Random Digimon fact pulled out of my anus for you there. Patamon, hi Wolfie, I expanded the meat farm, so remember Tokomon was running the meat farm before, gave us 3 small meats every single day? Well, Palamon's also going to do that, but give us better food now. So I'll give you 3 pieces of giant meat a day. If you want extra, I'll sell it to you as well. I'll be in charge of this farm for Tokomon. He's resting somewhere. And we got our 3 pieces of giant meat. So the only problem is giant meat's now going to take up space in our inventory. And now we have 2 sets of food along with the Digimushrooms, which is not really ideal when our inventory is this limited, but still good. Tokomon is going to chill here. Oh, it's good. It feels so good. The sun's rays. Okay, cool. One thing I always do when I get the giant meat, and this is a bit weird, I'm going to put 1 in the bank for a long, long time. Later on in the game, guys, there is a Digimon who will request a giant meat from you. I know that sounds, again, sounds like an adult analogy, but no, there's a Digimon who requires literally 1 giant meat. You might forget and then getting the giant meat later can be a bit awkward, so I always put 1 in the box for later. Just a bit of a very, very long-winded, long-term investment there. It's not that big of a deal, but might save you a headache later. I'll bring it up in like 2 days' time, 3 days' time, when I'm like, remember that giant meat we needed, guys? Okay, this is an item shop. Coela, hi. We need to buy some stuff from you. I need to buy some MP floppies, because I've got none of these. We'll buy 4, I think we've only got 5. And then I'm also going to buy some HP floppies. I'm going to buy 5 again. And then see what we're looking like in terms of our resources. So we get 7, 5 of these, 2 giant meats, 1 restore, 2 autopilots and bandages. Okay, so our food levels are really comfortable at the moment. We don't have to sweat that too much. Finding that blue apple early on might have actually just been a really coincidental piece of luck. Because it's actually allowing us to... Well, the double happy mushroom more than anything give us 1,000 bits straight off the rip, guys. That's obviously something that the mod will provide. Here's a nice black square. Interesting. That's not part of the game. Don't look at that, chat. Kurumon, here he is here. I saw some delicious plants, so I decided to eat. I guess it became too breezy in the city. I don't know what the translation's supposed to be there, but basically what Kurumon has done is given us a new access point directly out here onto the Digimon Bridge. So now instead of going the long way around to get to this, we can go straight out the side of the city. That entrance is not normally there. And once you talk to Kurumon, he basically has eaten through the foliage and made you a shortcut. So now we can go into Tropical Jungle and explore that to our heart's content, which is obviously good. Patamon is a bit beaten up right now, and although their moves are really good, our HP and MP levels are really low. So I think what we do is we just go back to the gym a little bit and do a bit of training until it's time to go to bed. It's a little bit early at this point in time, so we can maybe do a little bit of exploration. I don't know where I want to go first. We could talk about our options and where we go. Because Drill Tunnel is an option right now. We could also go further into Tropical Jungle and beyond. Realistically, that's it. There's other parts of the native forest we could explore that I could show you guys, if we were so inclined. But, yeah, I don't know. Honestly, it shouldn't matter too much where we go or what we do. We could, once we go through Drill Tunnel, we have access to areas further afield, which will be handy. I don't know if we need to worry about that too much too early. I'll tell you what we'll do right now. I'll save my game because we've had a lot of good luck so far, and like I said, there's no autosave, so I'll do that. I know it's boring, but if I say yes and then I say no, can I? Yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. What you can do is you can talk to Jijimon here as well, and he'll inform you of all the Digimon that have came back. I know a lot of you guys know this, folks, so I don't mean to patronise, but I know there's a lot of people who are maybe new here and don't know about this stuff, so I thought I'd inform you as we go. I know there's a lot of like regular viewers who have been joining our stream over the last 2 or 3 months, maybe came in on non-Digimon related games. And this is a really special game to me, so I like talking about it in long intervals, as you might have realised. But I don't mean to overshare information that you guys already know about, but there you have it. You can let me know in the comments of this episode. When this episode goes up on YouTube, let me know what you think about the pacing, let me know what you think about the commentary, let me know anything you'd like to share or any feedback you have, guys, and we can chat about it. I can maybe turn things up or down as we move on, not just volume or graphics or whatever. I mean, like in terms of the commentary and stuff. So you can keep me updated and let me know. Agumon came to the city, has started a business over there. Hopefully more Digimon will be like him. You'll notice one of the charms of this game, guys, is the translation from Japanese to English, which was done back in 1999, I believe. This game came out in Japan first in 1999, and then it came out in the US secondly in 2000, and then actually came to Europe in 2001. So 2 years, about a year and a half after it was released in Japan, the Europeans finally got access to this game. But the translation of it is extremely jank, and sometimes the text doesn't even fit in the box. So there's a lot of stuff that is like completely broken with Digimon World 1, and it's part of the charm. You'll see a lot of these translations, a lot of these wordings. You almost kind of have to like interpret what the Digimon mean when they're telling you stuff, because a lot of the time they're not very clear on what they mean, and you have to try and figure out, like when Kunamon was talking about a breeze coming in through the city and eating the foliage, he's basically saying, I've made a shortcut and now there's a breeze coming through. He's telling you that he's just opened a doorway for you, a window, if you like. It doesn't make a lot of sense sometimes, and sometimes the Digimon that talk to you just ramble the biggest amount of nonsense, and like me. Hopefully more Digimon will be like him. Palmon came here and plans to expand the meat field. Then we can get lots of meat. We've also got Kunamon here and wants to eat grass. I hope he'll eat the weeds. Yeah, like that. Basically what he's saying is, what Jijimon means is, when he says, I hope he'll eat the weeds, he's saying he's opened the shortcut for you to the eastern side of the city. It's wild, honestly. Sealamon came back here and wants to start a shop. And then lastly, I think we have Betamon as well, right? Came here and said he'd like to start a shop. So now what Jijimon will tell you is the prosperity of the city, which is currently 6. Eventually, guys, the aim is to get 100% prosperity. But that's a long way away. We don't have to quite worry about that yet. That's something we can cook in the meantime. Like, let's go train Patamon here. I'm curious to try and train his brains up a little bit. Maybe we can hit an Angemon. I'm not going to aim for Angemon. And honestly, I don't even know if brains is what Angemon needs. I would assume that it is. Obviously, we have the brain chip, which we could use. But as I said earlier, guys, I'm not too keen on wasting stuff like that. It's also given us MP, which is good. Digivolution time. Alright guys, here it is. Our first champion of the playthrough. There's a 1 in 6 chance. 1 in 7 if it's Nunamon. Oh god, I hope it's not Nunamon. I've not looked this up. I'm not prepared. We're freeballing it. Everybody pray. Oh, how about a Leomon, boys and girls? How about a Leomon off the bat? What's happening, big dog? Okay. Oh, I can work with that. I can work with that. Alright, guys. Leomon, Patamon evolves to Leomon, and with Leomon, he gets a big jump. What we thinking? What we thinking? Savage, it's nice to see you. Shorn Connor, eh? Hello, Shorn. Nice to see you. Hello. Do you need more weight for any of the good champions? Yeah, sometimes you do, Corn, yeah. If it's a big Digimon, yeah, typically having bigger weight helps out. Okay, so perhaps Leomon was the option because we had offense as the highest stat. I think the only thing that scares me about Leomon is, oh, we do actually get to keep Spinning Shot and Wind Cutter. And also Dynamic Kick, wow. That's really good. So we actually get to keep all of Patamon's moves. I'm kind of confused that he can use Spinning Shot, but I'm certainly not complaining about it. We can also learn these 2 other wind moves, as well as a bunch of fighting techniques. So Leomon can learn every single fighting move in the game, which is really quite awesome. Beast King Fist is his special move, his limit break, so we'll see some of that later. And then if we look at the chart here, I think Leomon has appeared because we had so much physical No, it's not. There's no canon events coming, guys. He's not gonna die. Guys, he's not going to die. Don't say that about Leomon, okay? He's healthy, he's fit, he's got a 6-pack, a 12-pack, and he's got big muscles, okay? Perfect for the Darkdramon recruitment, Kappa. Oh, Tim, not the Darkdramon recruitment. Don't mention that pain at this moment in time. Mamimon and Andromon. This is Aaron. I'm going to use my good old favourite Digimon evolution tool. This can actually help guide you through your evolutions, guys, which is very handy. So if we have, let's say, Leomon, and we want to turn into Andromon, we need... Offense needs to be 200, which we've almost got. That's fine. Defense needs to be 400. We're miles away from that. Speed needs to be 200. That's fine. And Brains needs to be 400 as well. So quite a tall order. Mamimon, on the other hand, needs 400 offense, which shouldn't be a problem. 300 defense. 300 speed and 400 brains. So quite a lot. 15 care mistakes, potentially. Wow, Andromon needs 35 weight. 30 battles, which have been reset now that we've Digivolved. Discipline needs to be 75. So there's multiple ways you can go about doing this, guys. You can look for the stats and try and hit the stats, which is quite hard, or you can try and work around the stats and get the other stuff. So I've explained this before. I'm not going to get into it too much now, but I can chat about this if you really want to know. A lot of the time you think once you hit the stats of your Digimon that you Digivolve immediately, but that's not always the case. You have to hit some of the other requirements. You can also actually ignore the stats completely and hit just the other bits. Speed and defense should be our priority for day number 1. Let's get some speed training done, guys. We'll put Leomon through his paces here a little bit. And then we'll go do some exploration, see who we can find in the world and see what we can do. We don't want to spend too long here. But, yeah. We can grind him a little bit. Leomon, you're alright? Having the tiredness refresh is really nice. I'm just really kind of sad about the fact that his, HP doesn't need to go up for Mamimon. There we go, there's a bit of speed training already. Realistically, you don't want to put so much time into training one start at a time. I would try and evenly level them, guys. Because if you do fights in the overworld, you might get stats from fighting the Digimon, but if you get too high in one stat, you won't get the stats from the Digimon. I know I didn't explain that very well, but his weight needs to go up if we want to get Andromon. It needs to go down if we want to get Mamimon. Lots of options here, guys. Lots of options, but we don't have to really sweat it too much. Looks like he's a hungry boy at the moment. I'm going to feed him small meat until I realise what I want to do with this guy. I think getting his weight up might be easier than getting his weight down, but only time will tell. I don't know when this guy goes to sleep, but it will tell me inside of here, I think. Active between 4 and 7 PM, so after 7 PM I think he's going to want to go to his bed. So that should be pretty soon, no? I don't know whether to just train him through the first day, to be honest. I think we do that, actually. Let's train him until he wants to go to sleep, and then we'll wake up tomorrow and decide where we want to go and what we want to do. And in the meantime, we'll pick up some stuff. You could also potentially learn some moves on the notice board if we wanted to as well. We won't have a lot of time with this guy, so we want to be kind of careful on how we go about navigating the world. Sleep time and bathroom time. Okay, cool. So doing these things in order are good for gaining our discipline and our happiness. Every time you basically facilitate a Digimon's demands, you have a chance to put up their happiness and their discipline. We should be able to have discipline and happiness at the same time if we play this pretty well. I'm excited, guys. We've got a challenge in our hands here. Let's go ahead and save and go. We don't have any of our special items or any of our special training apparatus or any special training items or anything like that right now, so we don't really have to put too much pressure on Leomon to perform, but obviously we can certainly have high expectations for him. And then if we pull it off, great, and if we don't, then sad times. I think because we're going to go further afield today and start exploring properly, we should probably go down to Tokomon here and buy some proper recoveries, because Leomon has a very small HP pool and I am slightly nervous about that. We've already got 10 HP floppies, but we do want to go further afield. Autopilots have already been purchased. We've only got 1 restore. So I say that we've just packed for a long journey, guys, and treat this like we're going out to do some serious business today. So probably going to buy like another 10 of these. And then I'm going to also buy some MP floppies, which are very expensive. Let's buy like 16 of these and pray that that's enough, and then maybe even just a couple more HP floppies just in case. We'll leave our money at 1,000. Right, let's go have a look at Drill Tunnel, shall we? You guys want to go Drill Tunnel? I think it's probably better to go Drill, because Drill's got a lot of chips. That could be quite handy, you know? What's happening here, guys? Spike Town, damn right, Jack needs his soup. Oh no, wait, I had my soup today before I started, guys. That's one of the beauties of streaming an hour later today. We'll talk about that in a minute as well, folks, if you want. Obviously, today I started my stream at 1 PM UK, which is an hour later than normal. I want you guys to let me know if that was better, more suitable for you guys, or less suitable. Because obviously there's lots of people in different time zones, but I thought that by starting a little bit later today, I would give myself the opportunity to incorporate more of the NA and Brazilian viewers, the North and South American viewers, Canadian viewers. Let's see how good Leomon is in his first fight. We want to be collecting 30 battles, folks, if we want to try and hit the Andromon requirements, which is fairly easy to get. Takes a bit of time, but now that we have our UI counter counting the battles for us, it might make our lives easier. Honestly, yeah. I mean, we don't really have to worry about Andromon's stats if we just get his weight up, to be honest, and do the battles. Mamimon has nothing affecting him battle-wise, so he doesn't even care if we do battles or not, which is great. It's 1 AM here, coast of Australia now. Yeah, I understand that some of you guys are tuning in quite late, guys, and I appreciate you being here. So thank you so much for sticking around. I know there was some people who set alarms for the stream today, which is crazy, but big ups to you guys. Whatever you are watching for or from, folks, let me know, and I'll try my best to find a time zone that's suitable. Obviously, I said this before, but I'll say it again briefly. There will be the episodes going up on YouTube, so if you can't catch the stream because you are sleeping or studying or working, then you will be able to get it later on, I promise, because I'll be uploading this to YouTube. Episode 1, which I'm playing right now with you guys live, this will be out on Thursday during the early hours of the morning. So about midday UK, I'll say, which will be early for America, Canada, Brazil. It'll be a little bit later for the Australians, of course, and some other places in Europe. Here's Jijimon. It's too hot. I can't take it anymore. Jijimon's a boss. We're going to fight him. You know he's a boss because it does the special boss music, and he also has dialogue lines. You get no option to back out of this, by the way. See, he's got more HP than we do, but Leomon's fast on his feet here. Giving him the quick jabs. We trained Leomon's speed up quite a lot before we left the village. We did like 3 or 4 training sessions. So now he's literally not letting Jijimon move, which I think is a good thing. That move Jimojimon's trying to do is called Tremor. He basically bangs the ground and shoots boulders everywhere. Leomon's just not given a chance to breathe, though. We could have maybe came in here with Patamon and fought this. It would have been a bit tricky, though. Leomon gained some stats when he Digivolve, but not a lot. Maybe like 10% across the board or something. Nothing too crazy. Just found your channel, says Sam. Hey Sam, how's it going? I'm going to catch up on all your Digimon and Kingdom Hearts playthroughs, so I'll catch you in about 6 months. That sounds great, Sam. That sounds good. Thank you for joining the live stream today, folks. A warm welcome. I'm going to see Leomon's finisher here in Jijimon. Let's see if we can pull it off. This is Fist of the Beast King. Or Beast Fist or something it's called. Also known as the Eardrum Shatterer. Alright, no dead Leomons today, guys. I really hope Jijimon doesn't drop a chip out of bounds, which it looks like he might have done. This is what I'm talking about, where like Digimon always throws weird shit at you. It throws weird curveballs at you sometimes. Okay, so we get some money. Jijimon has dropped the Restore. I don't know if I can get to that. I'm gonna try. You might sit on top of it. I got weird because of the heat. I know it's hot, but it'd be cool, man. The more we dig, the hotter it gets. The tunnel is in a volcano. So a bit of an explanation as to what's going on here in the inside drill tunnel here. I don't think it's the only reason. Maybe there's a fire nearby? I don't get a choice. I must bear this heat and keep on digging. We'll check out the cause. It'd be great if the tunnel goes through. You're a nice guy. I'll hurry and dig the tunnel, says Jijimon. So Jimojimon's actually going to another... Can I get past you? Jijimon, can I get past your fast? God. Can I even feed Leomon through? I think he's just completely cock-blocked me. Hold on, can I go the long... Oh, I can go the long way. Leomon, hold on. We have to get this Restore wherever it is. Oh, saved, boys. Saved. Okay, yeah, I think we just keep feeding meat to Leomon. Obviously, if we want to get his weight up, guys, a giant meat will do the trick better. Are we shooting for Andromon in this playthrough? I feel like we should be. Andromon's such a common Digivolution starter because if you start this game on vanilla as Gabumon, Andromon is nearly always an option. What's his weight up to now? 22. It's going to be quite a tough call, guys, getting that up. We need to keep our eyes open for a big strawberry. It's a random rare drop you can sometimes get in certain places. Keep our eyes open for a big baby strawberry. Okay, so we're here in the middle of drill tunnel. There's multiple directions you can go. Let's go this way first. Drill tunnel, 3rd floor. So, if I was to take you guys around here, you'll find one of the anomalies of your childhood, guys. There's a Jijimon here, and he makes a lot of noise. Today we're digging. This is a classic. Tomorrow we'll be digging. It's so much fun. I think it'll take a long time. Go somewhere else in the meantime. So, when I was a young lad, guys, that Jijimon was digging my entire life. He never ever stopped digging. Sometimes he will extend the tunnel and dig a little bit further, but I never really ever was able to solve what the issue was with that Jijimon. That will come into play much later in this playthrough. He will eventually advance his tunnel, and it will give us access to something cool, but not for a long time. If you're worried about that, then yeah, just a heads up. Right, couple of things we need to pay attention to here. Does Leomon need a shit? Please tell me you don't need a shit now in Drill Tunnel. There's no bathrooms in Drill Tunnel, which is an absolute nightmare. What I'm going to do here, guys, is we're going to start digging dirt for Jijimon. This is another Jijimon, different to the one we just met. This is the tunnel, it hasn't been opened yet. Don't get in our way. I'm sorry. Do you know how long it'll be before you clear the rubble? I don't know. It'll take a while. Can we help? Right, guys, I'm going to introduce you to dirt digging. Or carrying the dirt. We're going to say yes to this. And we're going to commit. Take it from the pile of dirt. Okay, so... this is something that where Vice Mod is going to come in and save us. This is going to be kind of clutch, guys. In the original vanilla, you have to do this, like, dirt digging stuff a million times. And they don't even really tell you what you're supposed to do. Whilst you have the dirt thing on your back, you actually can't stop doing this until you finish the task, which means you have to walk all the way to here and then empty it. I don't know where Leomon puts the dirt. I guess he just yeets it in the river or something. And then you basically have to do this over and over and over again. Now, I am going to save you guys a bit of peace of mind by telling you that thanks to the Vice Mod, we don't actually have to do this as much. I've actually enabled a setting that will stop us from having to do this multiple times. So instead of doing this 10 times, we actually only have to do it 5 times, which is still a lot, but I thought that was a happy middle ground. There are further opportunities. See here, we get HP, offensive power, and defensive power. This is all great. Defense is most important because we need that badly. Offense, not so much. And you can do this multiple times. You've got to be kind of careful because there is an element of risk here. When you start carrying the dirt for Leomon, you do run the risk of Leomon being trapped in this task. And if he does need to go to the bathroom, guys, you are screwed. Okay? Because you can't go outside the tunnel with the cart on his back, right? See the dirt that he's carrying? You can actually soft lock your Digimon into shitting itself, which is really alarming and can be quite terrifying, depending on your natural nature. I don't know, maybe you guys are shitting in mines all the time in real life and it's not a big deal, but yeah, there's been a couple of times where we've had some accidents here in Drill Tunnel from digging dirt. You do actually earn a bit of money doing this, and you do get some stats, which is fine. Like I said, there's a further installment in the mod where you can actually choose to dig dirt. I think it's like 1 or 2 times, and it stops you from having to do it more than once, but I kind of like this because it does actually give you some stats. You can see we're getting a bit of HP doing this as well. And realistically, it's not that big of a deal. I thought it would also give me a chance to chat to you guys and get you caught up on some of the other things we're planning with the playthrough, or just read the chat a little bit. I'm going to hand this in, we're going to cash in, and then we're probably going to go outside and come back. If you're tired, this guy will actually not let you dig anymore. So sometimes what will happen is you'll get a certain amount of work done, and then you'll just get stopped and you'll have to rest. So I say we take Leomon outside because I've got a strong suspicion he's going to need to go to the bathroom in the next 10 seconds. Also, thanks to our new UI, we can see that he's actually quite tired as well. So we do 3 out of 5, and I think we make peace with that. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to fight Goblimon again. See if he needs the bathroom in between this fight here. Nope. Other changes you could have done as well, folks, for the Vice mod is... there was, just when I was thinking of the requirements of feeding and looking after your Digimon, one of the things you can change is how often your Digimon need fed. You can actually reduce it so that your Digimon don't need fed as often, which is quite interesting. Quite a cool little feature. That move that Weregarurumon has thrown that magma bomb. That's a fire move, and I don't think Leomon can unfortunately learn that at the moment, but it's quite a cool move to get. If we were starting with Agamon, for example, and we had got to Tyrannomon, Greymon, I'm pretty sure that magma bomb can be wielded by those Digimon, so... We need to be fighting as often as possible because we need to get our battles up. And we won't have very long with Leomon before he starts dying and becomes, like, potential ultimate territory, so... It's worth considering. Damn Molemon. Is that Dramojimon's name in Japanese, is it? Molemon. I'm gonna take Leomon back to the city for a bit, guys, and we're gonna maybe rest him. I do need to take some fights, though. Hardness 40. I think we could probably get away with fighting some more Digimon here. And then we'll probably rest them up and go back to the dirt digging tomorrow. We'll try and break this up. Fighting will increase fatigue, though, so... Are you planning on beating Omegamon X Wart Z Crimson Burst mod? Dumpster, are you talking about the name you give your ass at night? Because if that's the case, then obviously. Already beat it, mate. He doesn't leave us unattended like Metal Greymon, guys. I don't know what you're talking about. Metal Greymon is in a better place now. He's eating a banquet for one right now in the sky. And he's looking damn good doing it, okay? So don't mourn him, okay? Don't cry for him. He's already dead, okay? Let's go fight this guy as well. And then we're gonna rest. We have to rest soon. Reducing eat-win frequency does also make it more difficult to hit higher weights or specific weights. We can always force feed our Digimon, that's the thing. We can always force feed our Leomon to get his weight up. But we will need money if we want to buy giant meat. I'm really hoping we find a baby strawberry somewhere, because that's a really good answer to the weight issue if we have it, but we haven't seen one yet. Those are most common in, like, probably Panorama Plains and Gear Savanna, things like that, so... I'll keep my eyes open in the forest, though. It's the easiest way to level up our weight, other than maybe buying giant meat again. But giant meat is expensive, guys, and remember, in order to hit Angemon's requirements, we need to have high discipline. And every time you force feed a Digimon, it puts their discipline down. It's actually hungry now. Let's see if we can try and do this tactically. I'll try and do like a meat. What's that gonna do? Oh god. So ideally what you want to do is like feed him once or twice and then give him the big meat at the end to try and get his maximum weight. But yeah, could be a problem. We'll keep a close eye on it. I was really hoping that he would be happy, like, you know, not fulfilled from one piece of meat, as so many Digimon in this game often are. Let's go in and rest here. Eventually, guys, we'll have access to Centaurimon, which is a Digimon we're going to be recruiting fairly shortly. In fact, it's maybe a Digimon we could go and look at just now in the jungle. We're kind of splitting up our objectives, though, and I'm kind of cautious about doing that. I don't think we've spoken to Palmon today, so we'll talk to Palmon. Oh, maybe we have. I'll give you tomorrow. Sometimes Palmon will give us... buy 2 bits of giant meat here. We don't want to bankrupt ourselves because that's very expensive. Buy a couple of giant meats just for the road. Leomon's fatigue is at 48. Do we want to go all the way to the jungle? I guess we could. Let's go for a little wander, guys, because he's already quite tired. We've got a little bit more juice in us, but... Centaurimon could be a really good Digimon to try and recruit early, and it's got quite a funky little element to it. I actually can't remember how to do Centaurimon's minigame perfectly. Like, there's a part of me that kind of remembers it, but there's a strong chance we fail it, so I'm kind of keen to do that while we're full HP. We're full HP, right? We're kind of full HP. Centaurimon does a percentage health damage too, so it doesn't really matter, like, totally. I'll just explain when we get there. There's a couple of Digimon we could fight along the way, I guess, but again, I'm worried about my fatigue. I would rather get there and then fight on the way back, if I'm being honest. There's also some items to grab. Oh god. I'm gonna try and avoid this fucker. You could just leave me alone, mister, that'd be great. Okay, you have to get through some really kind of deadly areas here. You'll see there's a little sign that I want to show you guys. You can actually click on this. Warning, I will shoot any trespassers, Centaurimon. So there's a nice little welcoming sign, guys, very friendly. Of course, this is the Amida Forest, and this is where Centaurimon lives, so I can't remember how to do this. Trespasser alert, there is a path to this maze. I'm going to see if we know what we're doing here. I think we go up and left. Here's a sword line, that's handy. And then we go up. And then I think we go right. Okay, that... I'm actually shocked that that worked so easily. I couldn't remember if... I always know that you go left and then cut back right, but I never know if it's the first entry point that you take. Basically, what happens here, guys, is if you spend too long in this maze or you double back on yourself, Centaurimon just snipes you. You don't even see him. He'll just do raw damage to your Digimon, and it will fuck you up, right? There's 3 options. If you hit one of the 2 X's, you're incorrect. You get it wrong, and he blasts you. And it can leave you in a bit of a pickle. But if you hit the circle, Centaurimon himself actually makes his presence known, and here he is here. It's amazing that you made it through the forest. I'm Centaurimon. I'm sorry for what I did. I didn't test you for fun. I want to work with you. Go on, I'll stay in the city. We get the Dr. Horse who blasts people. Kind of ironic, honestly. That went really well. The problem is there are items in here that I want to pick up, but the game is probably going to force us forward. Bozo, I think we're getting pretty famous. Let's keep it up. And we walk into the next area. Now, this is the Ancient Dino region. And there's a couple of things you need to be wary of here, guys. As soon as you take a step forward in this area, there is a boss. He will bum rush you. And it's scary. And I'm trying to figure out if we actually have the strength to defeat him right now. We have lots and lots of heals. In fact, we have tons of heals. The only thing is we don't have a lot of inventory space, and he will drop something when... He will drop something when we defeat him, most likely. Do we want to just talk to him now? I think we're strong enough. We need to change Leomon's moves, though. I didn't even realise we had no moves on him. Dynamic Kick is better because that's stunning. It does more damage. I think we'll put on both of these. Let's give it a go. I think we'll be more than fine, right, guys? Just want to see a juicy boss fight in the Dino region? Okay, here we go. Y'all ready for this? Don't call me a weebie, chat. Tyrannomon is a mysterious attacker from the Dino region. Pretty cool Digimon. One of the first kind of champions that you actually have to fight mano a mano. Other than Jijimon, of course, that we've already tangled with. Don't worry, we're just travelling through to save the island. We try and explain that we're friends. Tyrannomon's having none of it. Alright, let's see how we get on against this boy. I kind of wanted to leave him available because he's got some good fire moves that he can teach you. And we might not be able to learn it. He's got 3000 HP and you can see he's powering up. You can go and tell Leomon to go in for the attack. He's just buffed his stats to the high heaven, so we really have to get some damage off. Leomon gets a roundhouse kick to the jaw. This guy has triple our HP, almost. And he has a very powerful fire move that we don't really want to be hit by. That's Sonic Jab, I think, or some sort of powerful physical attack. That might have been some sort of punch move that we could maybe learn. Maybe this will work out and Tyrannomon can teach us a thing or two. That is very, very strong. Maybe Buster Dive is available to us as well. That would be a nice physical move that we could potentially learn. I'm going to give the MP floppy out here. If Tyrannomon limit breaks us, which I think he might, we could be in a bit of a pickle. We do not want to be caught off guard by that because we don't have a way to get our HP back quickly. So I'm just going to be kind of spamming here. Leomon's having a tough time actually connecting his moves, which is a bit embarrassing. Oh dear. We might have a problem. I'm pretty sure he has a limit break. If he doesn't in vanilla, he probably does in the mod, so... That's Buster Dive, that big move there, and that is something we can definitely learn. Gonna try and get our limit break off here once he does a move. Okay, I've just fucked it. Yep, I'm an idiot. Thought that was a window, guys. My bad. There's our first interrupt of the playthrough. There's gonna be a few of those, so you better make peace with it now. I got a bit greedy, I'll admit. I got a bit greedy. I thought we could sneak that in there. Now I'm gonna have to waste half my inventory. Maybe this is a good way to cleanse some of the money we've made, because we have made a lot of money. And now I'm gonna have to chew through my resources to get to this. My bad. Hey, Wasabi, what's up, man? Okay, HP is really necessary here before we get Buster Dived again. I would like to avoid that at all costs. Tyrannomon fight harder than it should be. We should have missed the limit break. But luckily he's not actually limit breaking us, so... Got 1000 HP to chew through now. That move there looks like it could be quite handy for us. We do have the ability to learn multiple techniques from one fight, guys, so I'm just letting you know that. One of the changes I've enabled for the Vice mod. So if this guy has 2 techniques he can teach us, it's unlikely, but we do have a chance, potentially, even if it's low, to learn multiple moves at once. We're kind of chewing through our resources here, and I'm getting a little bit nervous where this is headed. I think we'll be more than fine. Our second limit break's coming up. Although this guy is not going down without a fight. Holy moly, Tyrannomon. Brother, the great dino of the valley, could you just stop it? He's just pulverized my ass again. Leomon, come on now. Leomon, I know you're trying to fulfill your destiny by being permadead, but if you could not do that, that'd be awesome. Right, we hit him once more, we wait for an oh, shit. Guys, he has a limit break. It's really scary. Maybe we can hit him back with our limit break. I'm greeding. Tyrannomon, you shouldn't have turned your back on the Beast King. Good try, mate. He's still alive! Leomon, finish him quick! Leomon, quick! Leomon, finish him! Please, brother! I'm trying so hard to conserve. Okay. Oof. Well, that was a fight for the ages. A lot of spamming going on there, guys, but we got it done. Alright. Sheesh. That was certainly something. Bunch of stats, bunch of bits, and then, of course, Tyrannomon's going to drop something for us. Do we learn any moves? We learned something. Megaton Punch learned. Juicy. There we go, guys. Big punch from the big dino. And then, of course, Tyrannomon's going to come back to join us at the city as well. What he does, I'll let you see very shortly. Are you here? Are you by any chance? No, I'm not your dad, Tyrannomon. Sorry. I'm sorry, we don't get visitors often, so I get excited about my new job. Job? Question mark? I'm guarding a place called the Ancient Dino Region, and I also deliver pizza on the side. It's an unexplored region. Will you show me around? Ancient Dino Region is divided into 2 sections. Where we live, it's called the Glacial Time Zone. It's a special place where time goes slow. Good place to go in battling, guys, if you're trying to gain some points. The other place is the Speedy Time Zone. Dangerous and further than the Glacier Time Zone. It's dangerous because time goes fast. So what he's telling you here is when you go into those regions, the clock moves at double the speed, which is quite scary. I don't know if you can take advantage of training in that area or not. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if the game is robust enough for that, but the land is bare. Bones and fossils everywhere. That's because time passes faster here than in other places. Right, don't stay in there too long. Since I'm blocking your way, you can't go there. You lost. I was unlucky, it doesn't happen often, is that right? I have to go back home, ask other Digimon if you have any questions. So Tyrannomon's going to get pushed further into the jungle. We're going to pick up this chip here, guys, at all costs. I'm just wondering, this might be an opportunity to feed... Oh, I don't know if Leomon's going to like this. Let's see if we can get away with this, guys. So I'm going to feed him a sirloin, which is going to give him some... I think it gives him +3 weight, and also reduces his fatigue ever so slightly. Not a lot, but it does reduce it a little bit. Because we're trying to get his weight up, I think that sirloin is fine to use now. And then I think what we do here is we probably just autopilot, honestly. Show you guys the autopilot in action. We could go further into the Dino Valley if we wanted and fight some more of these mons, but I don't think there's really that much of a point at this stage. So we are going to go into the bank and I'm going to put my HP chip in, and then I'm going to show you guys our new recruit, which is Centaurimon, who's going to come in very clutch right now. So I'm going to put my... What have we got here? A HP chip. Good to know that we have one of those now. So we've got a brain chip, a HP chip, and an MP chip. Might be useful later on, but for the time being, we're big chilling. What else have we got? The moldy meat as well. I'll stick that in here. Why not? Nothing like handing a moldy piece of meat over to Agumon and being like, stash that in one of your most premium vaults, good sir. There's a lot of ethical concerns when it comes to storing rotting things in Agumon's vault. He never seems to complain, though. He must be charging us a premium. Thank you, Agumon. Right, let's get out of here, guys. We're going to go talk to Dr. Horse, because Dr. Horse has a couple of cool things. When I was a kid, Dr. Horse used to... I used to think that this horse was only... Centaurimon was only for curing, like, sickness. He's actually way more powerful than that. And it's the fact that he can actually reduce your tiredness on your Digimon, which is obviously great for a number of reasons. So, Leomon here, 48% tiredness. Let's see what Centaurimon has to say for himself. Wolfie, I'm surprised since I opened the clinic. It's for treating sickness and injuries. It's not free, but it will be cheap. Your Digimon looks fine. What do you need? So you can get rid of his tiredness, sell medicine, or nothing. We're going to get rid of tiredness. He seems a bit tired. If your Digimon is very tired, he will tell you as well. So tiredness is now went down to 28%. So instead of resting with Punamon, which I think gave us 10%, this guy gives us like 15-20%. Which is obviously welcome. And it only takes an hour of time, so... Right, we're gonna buy some stuff because we used 1,000,000 resources fighting the dinosaur, which was unexpected. I'm gonna go ahead and buy like 13 small recoveries here. I think that's a good amount. I'm trying to think if we need more just in case. That takes us to 20. Maybe buy like 18. And I'm gonna buy some more. I'll buy one autopilot. And then I'll buy a couple more of these. Alright, that should be us. Leomon, let's go. So Leomon's tiredness has been reduced. We could go and train him potentially. But I'm keen to take him back down to Drill Tunnel and continue clearing the debris so we can actually get into this area. We deserve the Megaton Punch. Okay, you guys want to see Megaton Punch, guys? Okay, so we have just picked up Megaton Punch, which is actually Leomon's special tech. You can see it's highlighted in blue. So if another Digimon was to use this, it wouldn't be as great, but because it's Leomon, he gets a bonus. So that's actually a really good move to get from Tyrannomon. Why don't we go ahead and get rid of Dynamite Kick and then put on Megaton Punch? So now he has Wind Cutter if he wants to use it. Megaton Punch costs a whopping 186 MP, but will be very useful for taking on some of these bad guys. We do need to be taking as many fights as possible. Our battles at the moment are only 6, so we need to get that number up massively, guys. Remember, we need 30 battles. So I say we go down here and I'll take a couple of quick Betamon fights. That was really, really close. Okay. If we had fought this guy while needing a shit, it wouldn't have been the end of the galaxy, guys, but still. Remember, time does pass when you take fights in this game. It's not like Next Order where the clock freezes, so Leomon really trying his best to give us a heart attack there, but it wouldn't have been the end of the world. It would have been fine. It would have been fine. Kelbroth, what's up, homie? Oh. What's Wasabi saying? I recommend a game to you called Clear Obscure. Oh, don't you worry, I've played some Clear Obscure in my time, Wasabi. We know it quite well. I've streamed it 3 or 4 times. In fact, that's a lie. I've streamed it like 3 times tops. And I really did enjoy it. It's a fantastic game. I'm gonna try and feed Leomon 1 piece of meat. And then maybe... Alright, that's just not happening anymore. Leomon's giving me a headache here. He won't... I was kind of hoping we'd give him 1 small meat and then 1 big meat right after, but I think we need to just start feeding him giant meat from the get-go. The trick is to try and feed him a small meat and then a giant meat to put his weight up +3 instead of, you know, +1 or +2. Take a fight here with Betamon. That is a mighty roar Leomon does. Okay, there's 2 more fights and a small MP floppy. That's pretty good. Right, and Leomon wants to go to sleep, which we obviously want to take full advantage of, guys. Let's go up here into the drill tunnel and we're going to put him to sleep. He will probably need to wake up in the morning and take a deuce, though. And I'm really scared about digging dirt when Leomon needs a deuce. So I'm a bit concerned about that. We'll save the game here for sure and lock that in. And then we're going to continue. Let's go for a wee wander, shall we? Decked poor Betamon. Yeah, Betamon got roasted there. So, 10 fights, no, 8 fights only. We'll fight Goblimon in the tunnel here. We need to get these numbers up ASAP, guys. We're going to have to do a little bit of grinding. I could have maybe squeezed in a couple more fights. outside in the overworld before going to bed, but I don't really want to risk it too much. If you get a training failure, guys, it's not the end of the world. Andromon needs less than 5. So we're absolutely fine. But you want to try and leave that net as wide as possible, right? You don't want to make mistakes. My god. Destroyed? Arson, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream today. Alright, we're still getting stats as well, which is good. Okay, and we're going to get stats, of course, when we dig with Jijimon as well. I'm starting to think maybe it might benefit us to actually go fight some Digimon out in the overworld that are in some of the more kind of dangerous regions. There is obviously a boss down here who's going to give some good stuff to us, as well as some other items that are available down here as well. Okay, I think we can get away with one dig effort here. You can see, look, how cool is this? Jijimon actually does advance to the back of the tunnel here, which is cool. Right, come on, Leo Daddy. Killer of dinosaurs. He's gonna need a morning shit, chat. I know it. I know it. Normally it's like an hour or 2 after he wakes up. But if he does it mid dig here, it could be the end. It could be... Oof. He's been doing really well so far, Leomon. As Patamon, he was a very good student. Very astute in learning skills. And he's already got a couple of big wins under his belt, which is nice. We haven't had any crucial mistakes as of yet. And I know that's only a matter of time. We could try and fight these 3 Goblimon. I don't know how that fight would go, admittedly. It would probably only count as 1 battle, but it might give us better XP. It might give us better stats. Right, I think we can do one more here. 1000 bits, HP 100, offense up 10, defensive up 10. We don't get anything else, unfortunately. I was kind of hoping we'd get speed and stuff, but... Okay, one last time. I think this is the end, or at least close to. Let's see if the mountain of dirt completely disappears after this. No, it doesn't. Okay, maybe we've got a little bit more work to do than I expected. Or maybe we come back here next time and the tunnel's open. I genuinely can't remember. I'm pretty sure it said do it 5 times, and I think this is our 5th journey. So if it needs another trip or 2 after this, then it's okay, but... Digimon gotta work them into oblivion in Monochromon's shop. Yeah, that one doesn't work as well, but I'll work on it. Guys, don't worry about Monochromon's shop. Don't mention that. Don't mention that godforsaken hellhole, okay? It should be better. Monochromon shop should be a bit better on this playthrough. You can set up the mod to have, like, the easiest time of Monochromon ever. Like, you can literally set his target to be, like, 1000 bits. I've opted not to do that, but we do have enhanced benefits of increased chance of selling to shop residents, which is obviously nice. Leomon, are you gonna need a giant... Are you gonna need a giant jobby? I feel like... Okay, I'm really nervous about you. I'm gonna give you a giant meat this time. Let's check his weight. Weight is currently 22. I'm pretty sure his weight went back down from earlier. Giant meat is... This is probably gonna fill him up in one go, which is not ideal. Right, if he's needing fed on this hour, it probably means he doesn't need the bathroom. I think we're finished moving dirt. Our job is going well, thanks. Please wait a little more. So, that means that the dirt is now finished, and I think if we reset this loading screen, Jijimon should advance. Let's see if that's actually the case. There might be a small waiting window that I've forgotten about, but I'm not sure. Let's check it out. See if this man will let us go deeper into Drill Tunnel. We shouldn't be going this deep when he needs the... I know he's going to need the bathroom, chat, and we don't have any portable toilets. I'm a little bit nervous. There's maybe 1 or 2 things we could do down here. Oh, why am I doing this to myself? I know I'm setting myself up for failure. Jijimon, what's up? Shoot, we hit a big rock. I can't drill through. You can't. Oh, no. Leomon, you can do this. Bozo, I need your help. He's just going to punch the boulder. Call him Chris Redfield, chat. You don't get any stats for this, I don't think. I also don't know where the boulder goes. It just disappears. I think it's past this point. I think it's empty past this point, but you can see there's heat coming from the tunnel as well. It's a lava ranger. A lava ranger. A lava river. Let us go. Okay, so... Guys, welcome to Drill Tunnel. The lava part of Drill Tunnel. This area is full of lava, but there is somebody over here that can help us solve that problem. I think this is going to be tarnished with his need for taking a deuce. Lots of stuff in Lava Cave, guys, but in order for us to get it, we have to defeat this guy. The only thing is, this guy does have some cool techs, and again, unfortunately, Leomon can't learn any fire techniques, so fighting this guy feels like a bit of a waste, because he can teach us some good stuff, but here's Metamon, guys. This dude used to be the bane of my existence as a child, because although I could beat him, he was scary. And he's got a couple of powerful moves. He also makes a lot of noise, apparently, as well. Stop! Do you want to ruin the islands? Who are you? Move out of my way. This is the only way. So Metamon's freaking out. He's lost his mind. He's not just being an asshole. He's literally, like, kind of rabid down here in the drill tunnel. And because he's close to the lava, he can actually, you know... I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to do something, and I'm scared. He's causing the volcano to react, the mountain to react, by doing his heat charges. And it's causing problems for all the other Digimon. They're also going insane because of the heat and whatnot. So, that is... Ice statue? This motherfucker... Did he just hit me with the ice statue? Confused, Stockholm? Would you have a bit of respect? Why is... I have so many questions. That move that he's using, guys, is very powerful. I have actually had it nerfed in this game. There's a patch to nerf Ice Statue because it's so busted, and it truly is strong, so I've nerfed it. Still, that move can stun you and does a lot of damage. There's heat laser, which is a cool move. Unfortunately, this guy doesn't really stand a chance. He might try and limit break us here, actually. I'm kind of nervous about that. Maybe we can limit break him. Uh-oh. He's taking it in the ass, chat. Oh my, one more shinderu. Okay, cool. Meramon defeated, and he's also close to us as well, which is good, because sometimes when you fight the boss and then they drop the chip, it's out of bounds. Bunch of points across the board is real nice. Defensive stats almost above 200, which is cool. Meramon drops the offensive chip, and we don't learn any moves, unfortunately. Are you telling me there's another way? Asked Meramon. Another way instead of being crazy, I think he means. If the island is ruined, it defeats the purpose. Listen to me. What? What? We're building a city for the island by gathering Digimon. I've heard that we can save the island from danger by uniting Digimon. I think you're right, but gathering all the Digimon, that's a big... We're working on it right now. Nothing is impossible. It's a big job. But I'm moved. Maybe you guys can do it. Everyone's going to join us in the city. What he's going to do in the city remains to be seen. Woo! Hey, Damien. Meramon joins the city. Yeah, guys, I thought the ice statue nerf is pretty appropriate because it is kind of busted. The move in and of itself is kind of busted. Okay, lots of hidden things. You defeat Meramon, you might accidentally just like leave this area if you can't see this. There are 2 chests here you want to grab. Let's see what we got in chest number 1. Medicine. Cool. Luckily that can stack with our other medicine, which we don't have, and another offensive chip. So, now that Meramon is defeated, obviously all this lava that you see in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen is now going to clear because he's not causing any drama. So when we come in here, the music changes and the area actually opens up. And there's a ton of stuff you can get down here, including some secrets, which I want to show you guys. Let's come down here to this path, show you a couple of sneaky things. So, first and foremost, if you come down the way, you want to activate someone straight away. Jijimon, our old pal that we defeated a minute ago, is waiting down here, and if you talk to him, you can actually proc him. Hey, it'll be open soon, he says. And that's it. So, there is I think it's like a day or 2 before he moves. It's not like the last one where you can just reset him, I don't think. Let's just double check that for science. I think you genuinely have to come back in like 2 or 3 days, so there's now a wait point, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to come this way quickly. Also, a bunch of more items down here as well, of which I don't think we'll be able to grab all of these. Protection. Who needs protection, am I right, guys? And we're also going to go in here and we're going to... Look at these guys. Lava has hardened, Systemi Meramon. So this area looks like a dead end, guys. There's actually a pathway outside of the cave that I want to show you guys in a minute. Lava cave. We've got this item here. Just a special defense disc, which we can't hold. I think these guys trade you cards, do they not? Yeah, do you know about Digimon cards? I collect Meramon cards. Bring me one and I'll buy it for 1500 bits. There you go. We don't have any Digimon cards at the moment. Lastly, the biggest thing that I'm sure a lot of you guys are screaming at the screen to know about is that over here, guys, that looks like a wall. And a lot of people would come here and just like, oh, there's nothing there, right? But, and this is really sneaky, this is for the Sonic fans. There's actually 2 hidden PCs in this corner, which I don't know if that's intended to be as tricky as it is. But we got another offensive chip, and then we get a quick chip, which we actually really want to pick up right now, just for the sake of peace of mind. Unfortunately, we don't really have a lot of space. Medicine is quite expensive and sells for a lot of money. But everything else that we have doesn't, like, I don't really want to chuck anything else, to be honest. 21 Digimushrooms is a lot. So yeah, I think the medicine has to go. It kind of sucks. I could theoretically feed 5 giant meats to Leomon right now, but I don't think he's going to be too happy about it. The alternative option is that we just come back here with an empty inventory and pick up all the items later, but I think that's a lot of wasted time. So although it sucks, we do actually have Dr. Horse in the city now, so medicine not nearly as premium as it was, you know, half an hour ago. So again, it sells for a lot of money. We're going to drop the medicine, which kind of sucks. But now we can access our quick chip. And with that, we're going to autopilot. I'm going to get the hell out of here. Do I want to take in more fights before I leave? I don't think so. We've talked to Jijimon, we've defeated Meramon, there's nothing else for us in Drill Tunnel. That is that area complete, guys. It's really simple. When you know what you're doing, it's really simple. When you know where you're going, it's really simple. Obviously, you might play this game the first time and not have a Scooby about where to go or what to do. So you waste a lot of time going to areas you've already been or getting lost in. Our giant meat from Palmon. Our weight currently is at 24, so it's not amazing. But our stats are shaping up quite nicely. I think we go in here and put a save file in with Jijimon, and then have a little battle plan about what we want to do next, guys. I think we actually have to take... I think we have to take Leomon and do some battles, because if we don't do the battles, we're going to be in trouble. Let's go to the tropical jungle and do our battles over there, because there's a chance we could do battles and get stats at the same time. Oh, actually, I've got no space because I haven't deposited my chips. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that real quick. Hey, Tony, how's it going, man? I've only played Digimon World 3. These seem cool as fuck. Oh, this game is amazing. It's obvious. I'm biased, guys. If you were to play this game not knowing what it is, by yourself, under the cover of darkness one night in your PJs, you might not have a single clue what's going on, and you probably think it's the biggest pile of shit ever. That's the thing about this. You know how sometimes, guys, someone can look, like, you can take a person, and you can put them in front of a piece of art, and they look at it, and it, like, changes their whole life. It changes their whole perspective, and maybe even, like, you know, it can just blow their mind, and then you put the same piece of art in front of someone else, and then they're like, what is this piece of shit? Digimon World 1 is like that, right? But there's a lot of misunderstanding and confusion, and it's because the game doesn't really help you. It doesn't give you any help at all. You just have mystery to solve, and you either, you know, as a player, you need to decide for yourself, can you be bothered rising to the challenge? Do you care enough to explore it and put up with this bullshit? Put up with how broken the game is? What I typically find is, if you actually do have patience for this game, it is quite rewarding. But obviously that is, you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I'm not going to try and sell you guys this, because it does have a lot of problems, but I love this game massively. Offensive chips, we're going to put these in the box. Obviously, it looks good when everything's going well, guys, but sometimes this game can bully you. Sometimes this game can bully you. If we had turned into Numemon, I would have been sad. If we had lost to Tyrannomon, I'd have been sad. If we had run out of money in the beginning, or not known where to go, or walked into a couple of accidental Digimon and died, I would have been sad. So that is sometimes things that can happen to you when you play this, and it can kind of, again, change your perspective on how your playthrough is going, but yeah, for the most part, we're doing alright. We're making good progress today. Really good progress. Leomon's covering a lot of ground right now, which is why I think we need to take our foot off the gas a little bit and just go train him a little bit. He will be a champion for some time, but we need to get this weight up to 30, and I'm a bit nervous on how that's going to go down. His happiness is maxed, which is great. His discipline is slowly going up, which is great. We need both of those to be high. I could push his discipline higher if I need to, but I don't feel the need to do that just yet. If I start forcing his discipline higher through commands, his happiness will drop as a result. Let's fight Aurorumon here. This is art. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Yeah, exactly. Gear Savanna has Leomon's fighting moves, says Aaron. Well, we can't get to Gear Savanna right now, guys, because Gear Savanna is locked off. But it will be available shortly. I mean, I guess we could... Can we get to Panorama? Did we go into Panorama? No. I think Jijimon lets us through Panorama. But we have to wait, guys. There's a timer. There's a timer. So we can't go just yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go on attack, and because these Digimon are really, really weak, I'm going to start taking off Megaton Punch, and I'll put it back on later. I'm trying to conserve energy. We've got to do a bit of hustling here, folks. We've got to do a little bit of grinding. We got to get our battle numbers up, and if we can interject that, while also gaining stats, that would be great. Our MP sucks right now, though. Leomon literally just, like, aura farming as he walks across the screen to punch this small flower child in the fucking goblet there. Can you imagine, guys, just waking up as a small Aurorumon? You're going outside to photosynthesize or whatever it is you're going to do for the day, and then a giant lion man with a fucking 12-pack, rock-solid shoulders and a big set of feet comes over and just punches you right in the face for no reason. With a small child wearing a beanie screaming him on in the corner. Your call, your call, your call! Aurorumon's like, what kind of shrooms did I eat last night? This is Jijimon's fault! In a way, guys, speaking of perspectives, Digimon World 1 could be perceived as Jijimon is the antagonist of the game. He steals a child, indoctrinates him into his cult, basically enslaves him and forces him out into the world to do his bidding, and then we go around hustling random civilians, some of which are not bothering anyone. We just walk up to them and kick the shit out of them. And then Jijimon's like, yeah, good job, keep going. I'm not going to pay you a wage, by the way, just to get it done. And we just obey? And then who benefits from that, guys? The Overlord Jijimon. And his secret drug business. Muchomon dropped the Various. Okay, cool. Muchomon is the red penguins. We could have started with a blue penguin as one of our starters. Mentioned that a bunch earlier. Liamon, are you gonna screw me here, brother? I don't trust you anymore. I think I have to just give you a giant meat and call it a day. It sucks, but... You couldn't just... Ah, you dickhead. Right. Where else do we want to go? What do we want to do? So many things, guys. We could go further into the jungle. I'll take you guys on a little path, actually. I'll show you guys something cool up here. If I was to take you in the direction of where we met Betamon, there's another little pathway up here and another little hidden area. It's not really hidden, but it's just you don't often go here as a player very often. So obviously we came up here, we met Betamon. This area is now empty and derelict. There's nothing else here, nothing to do. But there is a little pathway over here. Oh, there's another Betamon. Hey, buddy. This guy's tried to move in on the turf now that the other Digimon is gone. We're gonna say not today, sister. And again, our battle numbers need to increase. Liamon can't do anything, he's gassed. Jijimon is Gramps, don't question him. Gramps is one way to look at it. He could also be kind of closely resembled to, you know, he could be compared to Vader, I think. He's got a bit of a Darth. Do you think Jijimon could be part of the Sith Lords, chat? Do you think he could be, like, in league with Jar Jar and some of those other menacing beings? Okay, I'm kind of loving Liamon's, like, battle cry that he does. A HP floppy. These Betamon are very generous at dropping HP floppies, and I'm not upset about it at all. We're going to be picking these up. Right, obviously picking on little Betamons isn't going to be that great for us. However, through here we should be able to find a couple of Digimon that we need to, that are maybe a bit more our size. This little area here looks empty, guys, and it is empty at the moment, but it'll be relevant later. Are you a Digimon? Ash Red Vegemon? No, I'm the devil. You have a good day. I'm outie. Tilla, thanks so much for swinging by. It was nice seeing you. Hope you have a great evening, a great morning, a great night, Tilla. Icos, what's happening, man? Jijimon would be Darth Elder, not Vader. You could, who else? Maybe, because the thing is, we all know Jijimon wants to be Padme, but he's not. He can't be Padme. We're Padme, of course. Oh no, Liamon, not like this. This is confusion, and it gets a bit wild when your Digimon's confused. He's gonna start doing... Oh, he's unconfused. Oh no. Liamon, you're getting outplayed here, brother. I hope this guy doesn't have any finishers. Nice, okay. I can't promise that this this fight's gonna give us good XP, but you never know. Again, I'm not really bothered about these Digimon. We're kind of chilling here. The stats we're getting are atrocious. Atrocious. But we're getting there, we're getting there. We could turbo feed this guy if we need to. There's a pathway there, and there's also a pathway north. Let's go in here and fight some of the insects of the tropical jungle. They can kind of spook you. First time you play this game, these guys can spook you. This guy can also teach you Wind Cutter, so if we hadn't learned it as Patamon, this guy could have theoretically taught us it as a big guy. There it is there in all of its glory, the staple of this fellow. Gonna make sure we keep our HP up. Again, I don't think the stats here are going to be that great. In fact, Liamon's maybe now at a point where a lot of these Digimon we fight are not going to give him good stats, which is a bit of a bummer. We could maybe fight the Overdale Bulls and feel okay about it. Maybe I need to put back on his Megaton Punch, because he's getting kind of wrecked trying to Wind Cutter these guys. Our MP floppies are running out as well, actually. Maybe time to start taking the big MP floppies out of the bank. We're heading in a direction towards Monochromon shop, and that's making me a bit nervous. For obvious reasons. 200 bits. The problem with Monochromon shop is it wastes so much of your goddamn time. Okay, let's keep it hustling. Liamon, you're doing a great job there, brother. You're doing a fantastic job. Oh. Ooh. How about a 2-for-1 bargain, chat? This should be better, because you get a multiplier on XP if you fight 2 Digimon at once. How this fight's gonna go though, I can't promise. Wind Cutter cannot multi-hit, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it can hit both. No, it would have definitely multi-hit there if it actually had that capability. Spinning Shot can multi-hit though. Hurricane can also multi-hit, but we don't have Hurricane. That's learnable by a Digimon that looks a lot like this, but in a different area that we haven't been to yet. We're just trading wind cutters here. I'm gonna try and get the floppy off. Throw my floppy at Leomon's face and he's gonna like it. By gosh golly, he's gonna like it. Okay. Some easy peasy stats here. Nothing too crazy, of course. Nothing too crazy. Okay, the Bulls of Overdale. What do you guys think? Chat, how crazy are you feeling? You ever been bum rushed out the spawn before? One Overdale Bull. Let's see if we can fight two at once. Alright. These guys have a bunch of fire moves, and again, unfortunately, we can't learn it from them, but we might be able to get some XP. That fire move did actually hit me. It also hit his mate, though. That's good. Come on, Leomon. I believe in you. You can do it, brother. Leomon, I know you're thinking of trying to give your life for the sake of the plot, but I don't think it's necessary. Oh my god. Oh, did that hit me twice? I think that move hit me twice. Oh my god, we're going Stringy Boy, Beanie Boy, Stringy Sally. Which I can show you guys, like. May as well use this, why not? Okay, if you are ever in that oh. Okay, nice block. Attack. Oh dear. You can use that item, guys, to heal the pixelation, which is a element of this game. You can get pixelized. When you become pixelated, you basically do negative damage. It can also apply to the enemy as well. You'll have moves later on in the game which are likely to transform you very often. Let's say we don't have access to those. That's some of the more crazy moves that we'll see later. Okay, cool. We get 6 points of XP, which is not really that great. Weregarurumon drops a big MP flop. Yes, drop it right into my face, Dad. I mean, what? Nothing like a big floppy from downtown. Okay, wonderful. Some other things going on here. We got some more bull men of Overdale and a cemetery area. Do you guys want to peek in the cemetery, chat? Well, we certainly could have played that better. The Weregarurumon Bum Rush, classic, yes. Well, shit. I definitely could have avoided that, I am sorry. These guys are really trying to kick our ass. I wouldn't mind as much if these guys actually gave us good good XP, you know, for fighting 2v1, but whatever. We're just gonna have to deal with it. Red Inferno can double proc, yeah. That's exactly what just happened. Okay, Leomon, kick his ass. Kick his ass, Leomon. Give him the punch. Give him the pussy punch. I mean, give him the punch him. Weregarurumon, are you going to be tired today? Gotta get to Gear Savanna. Guys, we're getting... Would you guys stop talking about Gear Savanna? I'm going there. Would you just relax? Remember when I said we were going to take our time and enjoy the ride, guys? We're going to Gear Savanna, okay? Leomon, obviously at home in Gear Savanna. He loves being there, I know. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm going. That was better stats. Right, we could go into the graveyard. I don't think there's any point to going in right now. What type of Digimon is Leomon in this game? He is a vaccine type. Strongly suspecting that he will not be able to enter Greylord's mansion. However, there are changes to the Vice mod regarding that, so it's worth having a little nosy. Also, there's some cool items that can spawn in here sometimes that we might get if we're lucky. Here's a little Bakumon. Can we get into the mansion? I'm going to go out on a limb and guess no. However, stopped by a weird black force. What? My legs are not functioning, apparently. Right, Bakumon, can we... Oh, feeding time, good. Our weight is now at 26, which is great. Giant meat it is. Leomon, congratulations. You have earned your bacon. I just don't trust them to not screw me. Guys, what's the combination of Bakumon? Baki? Looks like he's asking something. Can't remember what this is. Is it no, yes, yes? I always used to think it was yes, yes, no, but it's not. Maybe I made him mad. Okay, so the first answer is obviously yes. We need to remember that next time, guys. Well, shit. Never mind. We'll come back. Okay, don't get hit by the Overdale Bulls. Okay, chat. Who wasn't paying attention? Somebody wasn't paying attention to the Overdale Bulls and we run straight into these douchebags. Is Leomon a doctor yet? He's the doctor of our hearts. Because he makes all the people fall in love with him? Is that what you're saying? Kohaku joins the stream and asks, when are we going to Gear Savanna? Kohaku, The only thing you're heading for is a skilled bum. Okay? And you better behave yourself. Guys, Gear Savanna will happen when it happens, okay? Stop putting pressure on Leomon. He's got business to attend to. Nah, it's just Leomon's trait, a percentage chance of being hit twice. The Leomon nerf. It's like the Leomon prize. Gets spanked a lot. Dude, Leomon's a badass, man. Look at him with his hands up. He's got a good boxing stance, good footwork, big muscles. Such a big, strong, sexy back. Oh my god, I mean, what? Sorry, did I say all that out loud? Is Mayo an instrument? Asked Vendita. Vendita, I don't know what that means. The marionette. No, I don't know. The xylophone. Ooh. What have you dropped? Big MP flop. Hell yeah, baby. Just like Dumpster on a night out in Glasgow. Oh, he's tired. Guys, we got a rest. I want to show you something over here. Check this out. This is the Great Canyon entrance. There's nothing here. Absolutely nothing whatsoever. Last autopilot, let's get the hell out of here. We've done too many fights. Leomon's hating life. You can see his happiness and his sorrow starting to kick in. We're going to take him straight to the doctor horse. I'm going to try and fix this ASAP. Come on, Leomon, you son of a... Of all the times to need one of those, Leomon, you pick your moment, sir. Has Leomon died yet? Guys, he's not going to die. Would you stop it? Look at that. He's so happy. He's crying. No, we're not doing Mount Infinity and then Gear Savanna, chat. That's not funny. Listen, I'm going straight to the doctor horse. I'm going straight to the doctor horse. Look. He's only a little bit fatigued, guys. It's fine. We're going to get to Centaurimon in time before it's a tamer mistake. Look. No tamer mistakes in his information. 0. We're going to keep it that way. What is his tiredness currently at? 80%. So when at 80% he gets that, and that's technically not... See, that's good. For science, Bozo's tiredness is very high. He needs to rest now. No! Okay. Are we good? Leomon? No mistakes? We're fine. We're actually going to go to sleep in Centaurimon's lap. Just the way he likes it. Okay, good. I really hope that didn't fuck with his weight, because if it has, chat, we're going to cry ourselves to sleep. Save and go. Save and go, save and go, save and go. Check it, check it, check it, check it, check it. Chicka bomb, chicka chicka bomb, chicka 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 bomb, chicka chicka. Wait, 24? Are you kidding me, Leomon? Are you taking the... I tell you, this guy. He's very unhappy with me because we made him tired, so he's kind of pissed. His happiness has went down, his disciplines went down. We kind of overtrained him. What's the battles looking like? 20! We're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Right, we used our last autopilot, so we need to buy some more of those. Buy 2. And then we're going to buy some more big HP floppies. Can we afford a couple of these? Yeah, baby. Fine, I'm going to buy like another 2. And I'm going to buy MP flops. I'm going to buy like 10 of these? 9 of these. Kind of wish I could see what my inventory was like while buying, but hey ho. Giant meat, big floppy. Digimushroom, HP floppies. This is good. Kind of. I'm actually thinking we should maybe sell the small flops and buy some more big flops, but yeah. I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna stash some stuff real quick. Hey Agamon, I would like to stick some things in your bank. That's not an advance. HP, we'll put the MP flops in. Honestly, at this point we can probably stash the small meat as well. Because it's not really doing much for us. I'll keep the Digimushrooms because we're going to collect Digimushrooms. So that's fine. 2 bandages. I'm not sure we need 2 bandages, but whatever. That leaves us with 2 spaces in our inventory, which is not really that great. I'm now taking big HPs with me, which is a bit weird. Weird. We could, again, like, we could stash the small mushrooms, but we're going to find them, and when we find them, we theoretically want to pick them up. I could start overfeeding Leomon as well to get his weight up to that. What did we need, guys? Was it 30 or 35? I'm really hoping it's 30. 35 to 45, so it is actually, it needs to go up a lot more. I'm kind of concerned about how that's going to go, but we should be okay. Might have to force feed at some point soon, but let's go back to Drill Tunnel, guys. We're going to keep Leomon going. Gonna keep him fighting, building our battles up, getting XP points. We theoretically could train him a little bit here because his speed still sucks, as is his defense. And just have a look at what we need. Defense is needed for both, as is speed. So 300, 300, 400, 200. So speed not so much. Defense needs to go up a lot though. Do a little bit of defense training here. Maybe one training session of speed. Just to push him a little bit. That'll do. And then we'll put him under one of these. I'm basically going to train him in the morning until he needs a deuce. A little bit more. That's the food time, which is good. I still don't think I can get away with feeding him. Maybe if I feed him a mushroom. Please don't scream me, Leomon. I swear to God, young man, you're doing this to troll me. I swear he's doing this to troll me, chat. I got greedy, I got greedy. I thought we could maybe pull it off, but apparently Leomon just hates me. Right, one more defense training. And then we're going to go rest. We're going to take a shit. You going to take a shit? Leomon, I know you want to. I know you want to, brother. You're pretending like you don't want to because you're trying to assassinate me with the sneaky ambush shite. Leomon, you're lying! I know you need one! Stop it! Guys, he's really misbehaving right now and I'm not going to stand for it. I'm not going to stand for it. Wait, 25. We missed. We need to get our weight up plus 10, which is nerve-wracking, but we have limited amounts of feeding sessions. His discipline's very low. We can scold him to put his discipline up, but it's going to put his happiness down as a result. I don't think we're too concerned about that. Because Mamimon is not looking like it's going to be an option. Mamimon would be a cool Digimon to start the playthrough with, but it requires a lot of care mistakes. Angemon's a bit boring, but he's still useful, you know. Like a Betamon fight here. He might be sneaky, but I do not grant him a place on the Assassin Council, says Arson Assassin. Arson, may I remind you that your name is literally Arse Assassin when abbreviated? I'm not sure you're in a position to be giving out credentials, okay? You'd feed him a small meat first, then a large. I'm trying, Mixter, but it doesn't work. I've done that the whole day. Like, that's literally... I've been trying to feed him a small meat in the hopes that he will then need a big meat, but he's not doing it. He's not playing ball. The only time he did do it was right at the start when he was just Digivolved, and since then we've not been as lucky. I tried to do small meat and a large meat, didn't work. He just kept being happy with one small meat, and then I tried to do Digimushroom and large meat, and he didn't take that either. It has to be giant meat, I'm afraid, guys. It kind of sucks, but I'll put his happiness, discipline, and his way up. Every time he needs fed is good. 27. We're getting there slowly. Right, just a couple more fights. Let's go down to Drill Tunnel, guys. I'm going to see if Jijimon is free here. I don't think he is, but on the off chance he is, we might be able to have a look at Mount Panorama, which leads to the fabled Promised Lands, which you guys keep banging on about. Like a Goblimon fight here as well. Guys, I'm going to run to the bathroom when we fight this guy. I'll be back in a minute. What happened? Are we dead? Burimon dropped me. I wonder if we can fight the 3 Burimon down here in the tunnel. Sorry, I had to kill a ninja outside, but we're back. Let's go. Hey y'all, Mr. Wilfie. I'll be leaving for the day, going to the gym, and then going to work. I'm wishing you all a good day, a good stream. JC Leo, you're a hero. Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate you. Hopefully our local gingerbread streamer will pay more attention to his children, and I pray that Leomon Life is not a repeat of our other brother, Metal Paimon. Guys, make your mind up. Do you want me to take good care of the Digimon, or do you want me to take good care of you guys in the Twitch and YouTube chat, okay? It's one or the other. I can't do both. Would you guys just stop? When I don't pay enough attention to the Digimon, you guys flame me because they die, okay? And when I do give them all my attention, you guys flame me. Would you guys stop being so needy, chat? We are rebuilding File Island right now, File City, okay? With our bare hands. We've got the odds stacked against us. Villains coming out of the shadows from every single orifice. I'm completely contesting Jijimon so that I can get a good night's sleep because he keeps poking me in the ass at night. With his broom, I mean. And in amongst all that, you guys are giving me a hard time. Quit it. Okay, I'm busy. This island's not going to save itself, okay? You stinking rodents. I'm really trying here, okay? Leomon, finish this cretin off. Leomon, why are you making me look bad? Leomon! Finish him! Okay, you're trolling. We want both. Chat, you can't have both, okay? You're gonna have to make choices. It's like picking between Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue as a child. Gaburimon drops some meat. Gaburimon drops some meat. Delicious. If only we could feed all of this meat to Leomon all at once and he would be happy about it. What's the battle number at, guys? 23 battles and counting. Okay. Come, Leomon. Come, come. Come, my lady. Come, come, my lady. Right, we're going to take this guy down into the underground. We're going to see if Jijimon has finished. I've got a strong suspicion it's a 3-day wait period, but despite my brain telling me that's the case, I'm still going to chance this. At the very least, we should be able to pick up some more of these items that we never grabbed last time. That sound good? Let's see if Lava Cave Boy will help us. There's a multitude of items down here that we never got. Drill tunnel. Jijimon, are you still being a stinker? You fucker. Jijimon, why did you have to fuck us like this? Okay, Jijimon's been a slowpoke, guys. We can't go to Gear Savanna. Do you guys understand? The access point is not open yet. The way is not cleared. Can we open this, please? Protection. Fantastic. Okay, wonderful. And I think we can grab the other item up here, can we not? Get out of the way, small chicas. Easy red for Charmander. Okay, guys, listen. You don't have to do Squirtle like that. Can't hold any more. Oh, shit. What have we got? Oh, I thought I had one extra space for some reason. This protection kind of stinks. Protection is an item that will stop you from transforming into Douchebag McGee. You know when you become the little pixelated form of your Digimon, this stops that from happening. Honestly, it's not that great. There's no Digimon to fight down here, and I'm conscious of wasting time. So I'll tell you what we will do. We will go back to the city. Bit of a wasted trip here, guys. I apologise. And we're going to talk to Urumon here. Ever been to the Great Canyon? Well, yes, actually, Urumon. We poked our nose in for a small, brief spell. It would seem there was nothing there. Absolutely nothing. I mean, there was a bunch of dark Digimon running around, pissing on people, fighting people. There was a ghost that we actually jump scared by accident, and he ran away from us. But yeah, the Great Canyon, nothing in it. Rumour has it is that there's an invisible bridge there. I'm sorry, Urumon. What, sorry? What do you mean an invisible bridge? I'm pretty sure we would have seen a bridge, guys, if we knew it was there again. I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure we would have known if there was an invisible bridge, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so Urumon's obviously been smoking some of that premium... Oh, what's this? Urumon's been smoking some of Jijimon's premium Digimushrooms. Hello? Meramon, what's up, dog? Welcome to my restaurant. Meramon, you built this pretty quick. I've decided to be a manager and chef of this restaurant. Enjoy my flaming cuisine as much as you like. How much is it? Red ramen 400 bits, red hot curry 1200 bits, hot pot 3500 bits. What do these even do, Meramon? Do we get some information on this? Yeah, okay, I don't know. Guys, is there any of these meals that give Meramon... Do any of these increase our weight by a substantial amount? Because right now we're needing that badly. Okay, so where to go, what to do? We need to gain weight, we need to do battles, we need to gain stats. We're waiting on Jijimon. Why don't we go back to this supposed invisible bridge nonsense? We could also try Bakamon again. Or we could go through to Tyrannomon in the jungle, which is a possibility. I like the idea of all of these things. So let's go up here while we're in the area. Right, yamna, bro. Are we still streaming to around 6, 7 PM, or are we going later? Are you asking me in your local time, Chris, or are you talking about my time? Aaron! Wait, what's happening? Aaron, thank you for the $5. Aaron, hello. I'm not ignoring Nanny, Aaron. Stop it. Would you guys stop it, chat? You're being so painful. Okay, look, chat. Do you want to see Andromon or do you want loved? It's one of the two. Aaron, thank you for the $5. You don't have to donate so that I read. Oh, I'm coming over. Dominion, how's it going? It's lovely to see you. Got Next Order. Thanks to watching some of your videos, and one excellent game that was. Took me back to when I was 7 playing this one. It's really nice to see you, Dominion. Welcome to the stream today. Thanks for watching the videos. Thanks for checking out the content. Aaron's covering. What did my boy Nanny say? What did Nanny say? Is Nanny even in the chat? I see Roy today. What, Roy? What's happening? What game is this? Asks Renato. Renato, this is Barbie Horse Adventure. Welcome. No, this is Digimon World 1, guys. We're playing the Vice mod. Don't let Urumon fool you. Who found that news on a meme page trying to bait you into walking off a cliff? Probably true, honestly. Probably true. Okay, Yamnamon, give me that. I'll take that floppy. Floppy, 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 floppy. Why does Yamnamon pay us so little pennies, chat? That is the true question. Leomon 45% tiredness, oofed. Leomon, we gotta get you ready. You're not ready yet. We gotta get you ready, bro. You need some food, you need some discipline. His happiness is gonna take a tanking, but luckily we have a happy mushroom to combat that, so... Shit, I should have healed him. Oopsie. The Leomon's getting very tired. An MP floppy, Leomon was injured. Oh, there you go, guys. Trained too much, left his HP too low. Leomon, come here. I'm gonna fix you right up. Don't worry, we're prepared for this. There you go, buddy. All good? Leomon, please tell me you're good, yeah? Okay, you're good. Fantastic. Leomon, sorry, you're in a bit of a bad spot, and it's pretty much the chat's fault for taking my attention away. There's a big floppy. There you go. You happy with that? Okay, wonderful. Let's keep moving. Let's keep hustling. Maybe we could get Bakumon while we're in the area, potentially. Yes, yes, no is the... Okay, Leomon, I see you, brother. I see what you're going for. You're going for the assassination bathroom, not classroom. Nice one. Smurfed. Completely ignoring Jessie. Okay, no, I saw Jessie. Jessie knows that I love Jessie, and Jessie can be big enough and clever enough to realise that I'm busy! Jessie says, I'm used to it, Kappa. Jessie, I will roundhouse kick you in the face. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, God. Right, we're not fighting you again, you crazy mofo. Guys, why don't we go across on a new adventure? Do you know what? I can't even be bothered with Overdale right now. We're going somewhere new. We're going on a magic carpet ride. One of the biggest mysteries about Digimon World, and something we saw replicated in the later versions, like Redigitized, for example, is the fact that there's an invisible bridge here. It's so random. And this will not proc or prime until you talk to Urumon, I'm pretty sure. If you come here, I don't even know if there's an interaction or not, but is there really an invisible bridge here? What is hilarious is if your Digimon needs the bathroom and you take a dump on the invisible bridge, it does actually sit invisibly floating. Which would make a lot of the other Digimon's lives easier, because then they would see a floating turd and maybe investigate, but... Alright guys, the Great Canyon top area, we have made some progress. Check this area out. So we've got a bathroom here, which is handy, and we've also got this ominous doorway, and then also some crazy Digimon. Let's fight a Weedmon here, see what he's got to say. Take it easy on me, he says, I'm sorry. That request does not compute. Leomon, kill. Take him out, Leomon. Do you know what I could have done if I was paying more attention to our stats, guys? I could have maybe prepared Leomon to learn... If you prime past the 50 mark when you're training stats on the brains board back in the village, if you go up in increments of 50, so 150, 250, 350, there's a chance that your Digimon will learn a move. Obviously, if you earn it in battle, if you go past that 50 mark in battle, you kind of miss the opportunity. And it's something we could have maybe kept an eye on. We could have kept his stats below 50 and then trained on the blackboard, for example. The other increments of 100, 100, 200, 300, 400 gives you extra commands in battle, which is the thing up the top left. We don't have a lot of control at the moment, but when we unlock more brains, we will have full control of Leomon. Weedmon dropped a hot radish. Ooh, interesting. I'm not really super keen to do Monochromon shop right now, to be honest. Because that's going to take up a lot of time. Could try the meat trick with the giant meat after, but we've tried it so many times and it just doesn't seem to be working, guys. I think we just have to do giant meat and pray. The cool thing is that is going to put his discipline and happiness to max. This hot radish, I always forget. I was supposed to also put this protection in the box and I totally forgot all about it. Hot radish is kind of good for training certain things. I think we're going to dump the meat here. Probably going to dump the meat. Kind of sucks, but... I'm going to drop all of this. It's kind of wild that it just dunks your whole inventory without you, like, confirming it. I don't know if this is a Gotsumon or a Meteormon, but let's fight Gotsumon. I think it's a Gotsumon. Yeah. It's a rookie Digimon. Champion? Rookie? Gotsumon. Let's fight him and find out. We're still leveling up our battles as well here. This guy could teach us some moves, I think. Potentially some fighting moves. Although it looks like Leomon's kicking his ass. We have to be kind of conscious of the tiredness again. I don't really want to push that over the line, because last time we got too tired and then we had to rest. That move right there is Buster Dive. I'm pretty sure that's a move we can learn. Let's see if Gotsumon can teach us Buster Dive. I don't know if Leomon has the capability of learning it. Decent stats. Dropped a big HP floppy. Cool. I'm pretty sure he can learn it. Although we don't get it here. Alright. We are going to go to sleep. Could pick up that Digimushroom, but honestly, I don't care. We're one battle off of our 30 requirement, which is cool. Which means, I think, we almost have everything we need to Digivolve into Andromon. Let's save our game here and just lock that in just in case. So when we reset this area, the Digimon should respawn here. Oh no, I lied. Let's see who the evening Digimon is. I think we are in a good spot. There's Garurumon, yeah. Or is it Garurumon? Garurumon. It's like the fake version of Garurumon, I think. Max HP, max MP. That move looks like it's something we can learn. I don't know what this guy's moves are, but I thought maybe he would give us some decent stats if we were really lucky. This is our 30th and final battle that we are required to earn, guys, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. 30 battles, weight 35, -5 care mistakes. We pretty much have everything we need for Andromon, other than the weight requirement. And we should actually hit this really quickly. If I just get, like... Yeah. We actually don't even need his discipline, I've come to realise. It's just this weight we need. Whether he Digivolves right now, though, I'm not sure. It might be a little bit too early. Keep it down. Listen to... Oh, I think what just happened was we went over 200 brains. Yeah, we did. We went over... That extra text box is because we went over 200 brains, which means that now when we take a fight... I'll show you guys really quickly in case you are curious, guys. We could go into Monochromon's shop and do that now. I'm not really sure I'm fussed about it at this point in time. What we could do is potentially feed Leomon to get his weight up to 35 and potentially see a Digivolution. I just don't think he's going to Digivolve just yet. So there's no reason to force it if we don't need to. He's really struggling with the weight thing. He's really struggling. I could force feed him and his discipline's going to go down a bunch, which sucks. Maybe we can do Monochromon. Should we give it a go? I think we have time for this. Hello. I'm gonna regret this. I've never seen you before. Where are you from? Guys, this is where good dreams and carefree young people come to die. The city, actually, I'm from another world. You understand my language? Yes, I do. Sometimes it's hard, and I don't sell much here. Yeah, I wonder why. I see. Many shoppers stopped coming. It must be the trouble on the island. Help me do something. What is it? Can you work in my shop? Your shop? Half day? The more you sell, the more I pay you. You know our language? You might lose money. Don't worry, I'll be good for me. Work it, how about 8 hours? I'll try it once, Monochromon. Now, we have a better chance of selling to certain Digimon, guys, but I think the target still remains the same. What the target is, I can't remember. There's an element of RNG to this, but basically what you're doing in this minigame, if you've never seen this before, some customers come in and they're going to ask for items. Some items sell for a lot more money and help you get to your target faster, but some customers are very, very difficult. These guys, for example, are a bit painful. Boy, I want some meat. So what you can do is you can give this guy the normal price, raise it or lower it. If you go for the raise price, he will tell you if he's happy about it or not. So if we were to do like 55 bits here, it says he's happy, and then we sell. You charge too much. So he's happy, but he's... Oh god, I guess we got normal price. If you're... What you're really trying to... Dude, it's been so long since I did this, like genuinely years. What you want is certain customers who are trying to buy more expensive things like medicine. You have to sell the medicine, guys. If you fail selling the medicine, it's pretty much game over. That might happen here. For a porta potty, I think for these guys, you can try and raise it and see if it works. Let's try 300. Boy, give me a break. Okay, he's not happy with that. Normal price? Okay. Welcome to Digimon World 1. Sometimes what happens is, like, when this occurs, when you get no customers, it basically, you're using up a bit of your time. 3 Weedmon in a row is pretty brutal, though. Raise the price. Sure. Are you okay here? I have no words. Goblimon, hi. Any chance you would want to buy some medicine, brother? Oh, okay, a porta potty. Normally, Goblimon is, you can kind of smurf on the Goblimon. Alright, well, we're doomed. Chat, we are doomed. We shouldn't really mess around with the Weedmon, to be honest. Let's see if we can save it, though. I want some medicine. Amazing. Okay, raise the price. 1200 one time. That's a bit high. Don't worry, brother. I got you. Basic price? I'm never coming back to this store in my entire life. This place stinks. I want some meat. Honestly, mate, at this point, I couldn't give 2 fucks. Oh, yeah, you'll accept the meat for 60, but not the minute. You son of a ugly mother stinking son of a... Aye, any chance of a portable potty? Yeah, sure. These guys are... I think these guys are fairly chill. This is a good practice. It's good to show you guys how bad this can go. Can somebody remind me what the target is for this? Halfway done, we're getting mullered. We are getting absolutely mullered. Got some on medicine, please. Brother. Portable potty, yeah, sure. I think we've just ended Monochromon's entire career. Medicine, hell yeah, brother! Raise price, 1200, let's go! Goblimon, my man. 3200 or something. Oh god, we're doomed. Pengu, hey bro. An Omnidisc, what the f... Oh my goodness gracious! I will sell you that for a lovely normal price of 300. Wrap it up, boy! Oh, wait a minute, guys, I think we just smurfed on the hairs. Can I get another Omnidisc seller? An Omnidisc! Yes! Raise the price one time, 300? Yes! Oh, hold. Normal? Yes! Medicine! Goblimon! 1200, please! Save us! 2200! Can we sell an Omni and save this, or are we doomed? Omnidisc one time. A portable potty. I mean, why not at this point? I think that's the last customer. Wait. Guys, I think we have to send it, no? 3,600? These guys are really painful. We haven't learned our lesson. I don't think we can really negotiate with these guys. Normal? What the f— Monochromon, we really tried. It seems like that's a little bit easier than normal. Nah, no, it doesn't look like that. Wait! Monochromon joined the city anyway? I don't under it. Dude, I have no complaints. 0 complaints. I'm so confused. Vice Mod, thank you so much. Maybe we hit the target? Maybe we hit the target. Okay, we're good. Oh, bathroom break. That's a bathroom, just in case you were curious. Hey guys, I guess we're just the best shopkeeper that has ever been seen in the history of shopkeepers, apparently. I'm not even worried about it. Right, weight is 25. We're only 8 years old, which means I don't think we're quite ready to digivolve to ultimate just yet, but we have done our battles. We're going to try and get our weight up, but it looks like it's a losing battle, truthfully. We're really struggling with that. The good news is everything else should be okay. We could give this guy another go, see if we can get one more shot at Buster. And then maybe we go back and train in the city for a little bit of stats. Drill tunnel not open yet, unfortunately. We've got our new command up the top, guys, because we have 200 bits. So we can now do attack, moderate, or running away from the fight. That's not an option at the moment, though. Moderate basically just means you can, like, your guy's going to pivot between attacking and moving around and running. It's not really that great. If you had poisoned the enemy or you're trying to get a limit break or you don't have a lot of MP, maybe you would start using that, but yeah. Oh god. Guys, what can I say? We're just a next level salesman. Did you guys write down notes? Any tips, guys? If you want a Monochromon guide, guys, just ask. I'll get it set up. I'll probably record all the footage first try because we're such a beast. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to autopilot. Can somebody remind me what the hot radish buffs in the gym, guys? Because I always forget. I think it's like HP and some other things. Can somebody remind me? I'm pretty sure it also puts your weight up, no? Which would actually be quite helpful at this moment in time. Hot radish is for... No, I think it just tells you boost training effect, which is no use. Is it HP, brains, and offense? Or is that the super carrot? I can't remember off the top of my napper. Meramon Lava Hot Pot. Bits, 3000 offensive, brains, happiness, up disc. Stubbsy, what are we talking about here? Bits, weight, +4. So if I feed him the Lava Hot Pot, we can get his weight up. Okay, we can afford that. The Lava Hot Pot's 3500, and we have how much money? Okay, it'd be a lot of our money, but we could probably do it. It might be desperate times, but... The hot radish puts my weight up, right? I'm pretty sure. Just put that to the test. Probably not going to be happy about me feeding him when he's not hungry. It does put our weight up, that's good. Speed, not so much. Defense, we definitely need, so we can train defense here. It's not very exciting, guys, and honestly, I don't really love training defense, but if it works, it works. Let's put this guy through the motions a little bit. As soon as he needs fed, it'll replace his hot radish buff, so that's a bit of a bummer, but we should get a few training sessions out of him here. You'll notice the hot radish buffs his training, but only by a little bit. Instead of getting 8, we're now getting 10. But if you can squeeze in like 2 or 3 training sessions, it's kind of worthwhile. He's not tired yet. Not really time for us to go and talk to Jijimon either. Are we good here? Right, let's go hot pot. Let's see if it works. We'll put this to the test. You can actually randomize the restaurants in the Vice mod as well. There's lots of stuff you can play about with where you can change like the meals, what the meals do, and all that jazz, and how much it costs and things like that. So I didn't really touch too much of that because I kind of wanted to keep most of this somewhat normal so that you guys could kind of understand like most of what's going on. Hot pot is 3500 bits. It's very expensive. Bozo enjoyed the lava hot pot. Offensive power went up, brains went up by 3, happiness went up, discipline went down. Didn't realise it was going to put our discipline down, but not by a lot. Our weight is now 32, which is pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Okay, so our defense still needs some more training. Again, it doesn't really matter too much what we do with our training right now. It's all about just getting his weight to 35, guys. And then I think we should be cooking with gas. Pretty pleased with how this is going so far. We've kind of spent a lot of time in the city training, but we've also spent a lot of time exploring and doing random fights. I'm going to throw in a save file here. Leomon's going to go to sleep very shortly, and that'll make him level... He'll be 8 years old. And we just want to keep the... I think we can say no and then save. Yeah, there we go. We want to keep saving as much as we can to give ourselves a bit of leeway for any potential mistakes that might occur. I mean, I'm not expecting that too much, but... Nice call, Stubbsy, about the hot pot. That was a great idea. Restaurant can be very, very handy for these kind of things. Okay, one last training session in defense. You'll see that the hot radish has wore off, although, again, not to talk about the mod too much, there is a feature in the mod where you can... Oh no, it's still in play, actually. Wow. I guess the restaurant has not affected... Ah, cool. Didn't really know that's how that operated, but GG, I guess. Okay, let's go to sleep here. I'm not going to save. I don't think there's any need to save because we just literally done it. But, will he still be able to get the benefit in the morning? Again, the mod, you can set up the mod so that the training and eating does not overlap one another. In vanilla, guys, if you give a training buff piece of food to your Digimon, and then you give him another piece of... Let's say you give him a hot radish, and then you give him a piece of meat right after because he's still hungry, it wipes the hot radish's effect. You can actually switch that off in the mod. I have opted not to switch it off, so we still have vanilla overwriting hot radishes, which is a bit of a pain, but again, it's also... This is where, like, people's opinions on what is quality of life and what is a challenge comes into disagreement. You guys can obviously do whatever you want in your own playthrough. I felt like being able to feed my Digimon a hot radish and then have it in play for the rest of the day was a bit broken, but you guys don't have to do that, of course. I'm just saying that's my setup for it at the moment, so... Leomon, you've just woken up and you're feeling pretty good, so I think we just do this. Get your speed up a little bit more. And it is mealtime again. Do we want to go to the hot pot again? Can I even afford it? I can. Yeah, let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Let's spend some money. Controlling our weight this way is actually an easier way of like doing this without overfeeding, although overfeeding is fine. If you don't want to spend the money for this, then you don't have to do it this way. You could just overfeed and then scold him to get his discipline up too, but I think this is fine. This should get us in a good spot. Let's go ahead and spend 3,500 again. Offensive power went up, brains went up by 3, happiness went up, and discipline went down, tiredness went down. So we actually overwrite our training that we've done a little bit. Our tiredness is still 15. You can see it's still there. Having this meter here is actually very handy, and this is probably one of my favorite changes about the Vice mod. It's just so much easier to work with from that point of view. We could go back and check on Jijimon again, but I'm honestly unsure as to whether Jijimon has finished digging the tunnel. I've got a feeling that it's 3 days. Also, now that we've got a couple extra Digimon back to the city, guys, you'll notice that the fountain has appeared and Betamon's chilling in it. That wasn't there before. If we go around here, I've actually walked past this and glazed over this, but the item shop has now upgraded, guys. And Monochromon is here. He's just arrived. Let's talk to him. Wolfie, Bozo, I opened my item shop. I think I'll do well, he says. Are you planning to get Weregarurumon? We might do it, AJ. We'll see how the playthrough goes, mate. We might do it, yeah. If I have an opportunity to go into Weregarurumon, I'll certainly look for it, guys. I'll keep my eyes open for it, and I'll try my best to navigate this. I don't want to hardcore plan the playthrough, because I feel like that leaves out a bit of excitement, but obviously with Weregarurumon being new to this game on the mod, I would certainly like to incorporate him as a kind of a novelty, you know. I think that'd be cool. Also, he's probably a badass as well, so. With more Digimon in the city, we can get more stuff, he says. Let's see what Monochromon has for sale, guys. We now have access to most of the same stuff. Protections and offense discs are now added to the store. Various we could buy before, MP floppies and big floppies, I think, were all on sale prior. Defense discs, high-speed discs. These are basically just things you can throw in battle that have a one-off buff. I don't typically use them because they take up space and we don't have a big backpack at the moment. Autopilots, I need 2 of these. And then I would also like to have a look at, yeah, porta potties. Quite handy as well, guys. You never know when you're going to need an emergency deuce, especially when you're in the depths of drilled tunnel. So we're going to fill up our backpack at the moment. I'm very, very tempted to go looking for a specific Digimon who will expand our backpack, but I think it's still a bit too early for that. You can see we don't really have a lot of space in our inventory at the moment, which kind of sucks. I think I might have to sell all of my Digimushrooms, you know that? Or at least stash them. I think I'm going to sell half. Here's what we're going to do, guys. We are going to sell our Digimushrooms. We're going to sell 13 of these. You can also, I think if you push square, it maxes out as well. That's a trick you can do that some people don't know about. Let's go ahead and sell half of these for $650. And then we're also, I'm tempted to sell the protection. I think I'm going to keep that just in case I need it later. Same with the small HP recoveries. Just trying to min-max my inventory Resident Evil style here a little bit. I'm just trying to be sensible. Let's buy 3 of these. It's going to leave us pretty broke. I'm pretty sure at this stage, guys, if I feed Leomon one giant meat, he is actually on track to become an Andromon. I just don't think he's able to Digivolve yet, so I'm not forcing it, but it's certainly something we could look at. I think we'll just look to do it naturally when the time comes. I think he's still too young as a champion to see an ultimate Digivolution, but we are pretty much on the requirements now. We just need to feed him once more and then make sure his discipline is high, so I'm going to go and stash some things in the bank here. We'll take it easy. Demon's still doing extremely well. I'm trying to think who our main agenda should be right now. I'm trying to think what our main objective should be. Which is always the fun of Digimon World. It's like picking where you want to go next and choosing what you want to do. Like I said, I'm not too sweaty on where we go, but let's go ahead and store all of our mushrooms in the bank. And we're going to store the protection. And I think tempted to store the small floppies. I'm just a bit nervous about doing that at the moment. We have 2 spaces. It's not exactly what I'd call amazing. The porta potties are now taking up space in our backpack, so theoretically I could leave those behind, but I just think there's no need to run the risk of that right now. It's not that big of a deal. Did we pick up our meat for the day with Palamon, I wonder? Hey, Lynn. How's it going, Lynn Rowan? Welcome. Giant pieces of meat. Okay, cool. So I think... I don't know if Jijimon has moved in the tunnel yet, guys, and he is kind of like cock-blocking a huge element of the game that we're going to be exploring next. So I think in the meantime, we just take Leomon in here and start training him. I wonder if the Hawk Radish is still in play. Probably not, but it might be. It is. That is hilarious. So there's defense up to 300. I train you on speed. Get a little bit of a boost there as well. And it's not that big of a deal. Weight is still 34. I think he's going to need fed and need the bathroom soon. And then we're going to be looking at potential decisions on what to do next. I'm just trying to get max value on this radish. There's the bathroom. Okay. It's going to take his weight down potentially. Let's check if it actually has an impact on his weight. So his weight's 34. This is a good thing to check for science. I think this reduces weight, which is hilarious, but also kind of logical, I guess. It does. It took him down a whopping amount. Man just dropped like 18 kilos. What just happened? I feel bad for that U-bend. Holy mother. What just happened, Leomon? Right, we need to go and make some cash, guys, because if we want to get our weight up in a natural way, we could just use the restaurant again. But that's going to cost us an absurd amount of money. I'm trying to think where's the best place to go for cash right now. There's other parts of the forest that we could look at that I've not showed you guys. Maybe in this little starting area we could have a little peek. Unfortunately, these Digimon are really not giving it... I'm not even going to pick up the mushrooms because the reason I dropped the mushrooms off is because they're taking up so much space. I could take them and sell them, admittedly. Maybe that's something I should have done. There's a couple of fights down here I wanted to show you. Obviously, this is where we met Palamon, which is this little homie here. I'll also show you this part of the forest as well, where we've got some time to ourselves. Little dead end down here, which is kind of cool. There's a door that you can interact with. There are letters engraved here. No one's here, says a voice. Go home. Another mystery of my childhood, guys. Trying to figure out what to do with this tree. Couldn't for the life of me as a child get that door to... I couldn't make that tree do anything for me back in the day. Leomon is hungry, but I don't think we have enough money to take him back to the shop and to the restaurant, so I'm just going to give him the giant meat here. Kind of sucks, but his weight's going to go back to 33, so he's still 2 off where he wants to be. He's trying really hard to keep his weight under 35, which is not a big deal. This is the same area we were just in, by the way. This is where Palmon was. There's just that little area connects around. So Palmon spawned there. These Goblimon down here are available. We'll fight these guys. See if we can make a bit of cash on a 3-way here. Why not? Just like your mum on a Friday, chat. I mean, what? Ooh! Aaron says you pass your spot to get to Gear Savanna after where you fought Agumon. Agumon? What are you talking about, Aaron? Are you talking about the Panorama bit? I mean, the boulders might have moved, actually. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. That's worth checking out. We can have a look at that just now, actually, yeah. I think I know what you mean. Now that we've defeated Meramon, I think you might be onto something there, guys. These guys are crushing us right now. Can we take them out? There we go. I don't think this will pay a lot of money, because Goblimon typically don't have a lot of cash. They're kind of like the scraggly bandits. 900 bits, that's not bad, I guess. They're going to drop meat, of course. Yeah. Again, the meat not too big of a deal, but we could always sell it. I have a strong suspicion I'm going to be dropping this later. I'll show you guys the Dragon's Eye Lake, because this is a pretty cool place, guys. Some of you might be familiar with this place. This is just a giant area where you can fish if you want to. Do I actually have a fishing rod? Maybe not. Do I have to get a fishing rod from somewhere? I actually can't remember. And look at this, guys. Here's something cool here. A new area to the left. Because we defeated Meramon, and this is what the game's telling us, we now have access to this. Until you defeat Meramon, this area is not accessible to you. But once Meramon is defeated, you can go up this path, which I'm sure some of you guys would have probably known about before now. Aaron, thank you for pointing this out, mate. During the last earthquake, the dirt and sand disappeared. So here we go. Check this out. There's some stuff in here we can grab, some items, as well as a potential Digimon that needs to be looked after. I wonder if we can do that. I'm going to sidestep these homies. We're going to try and run through this without any drama. Weregarurumon trying to get in our way here. We could fight these guys, but realistically, there's not really a need to do so. I don't think these guys are very strong. This is interesting, though. Hello, Unimon. My wing, it hurts. What happened? I was too busy trying to do a quadruple backflip and I landed on my neck. Unimon, come on now. It looks bad. Hold on, what should I do? We're going to give him a HP floppy. Let's give him a big HP floppy. Why not? You don't have to do a big HP floppy, I don't think. It's much better, he says, thanks. Can you fly? I don't think I can fly very far. There's a clinic in the city. You should go there. It isn't very far from here. I heard about the city. It's bigger than I thought. It's getting bigger quite quickly, actually. Unimon, what's up, dog? Unimon joins the city. Very cool. So we can go left and right here, guys. Am I not thinking there's an item in there somewhere? Maybe it's in here. Check this place out, guys. This is the man... Oh, yeah. This area is a bit spooky and a bit weird, right? This area is a bit weird. So basically what you've got, if you imagine File City's in the center of the island, right? Imagine a big island, guys. We're on a giant island in the middle of nowhere right now, the digital world, right? File City's slap bang in the middle. To the right, we have the tropical jungle, and to the left and south, we have the forest. If you go further southwest, there's things like the Dragon Lake that we've just looked at and things like that, right? Obviously, the tunnels to the left and Mount Panorama are close to the city as well. And that's the area that we're starting to move into now. Instead of going through the mountain, we're now going kind of around it. And there's a lot of stuff to interact with here. This area here is like a spore area where there's like lots of little eggs and stuff. It's a bit creepy. But there's also this. There's weird drawings on the ground. Are those the ones? Are they one of those strange circles? They still look new. So what the game is alluding to here, and again, your translation's a bit sus. What this is alluding to is something that's going to develop as we play through the game, guys, this year. It's basically like a digital version of what would be a crop circle in real life. So if you know how, like, in rural parts of the USA and other parts of Europe and stuff, sometimes they find these giant circles in the crops, and they don't know what made it. I think there is actually natural scientific explanations for these phenomenon, but for a long time, people assumed that it was like alien UFOs landing in the crops. And it's spooky, right? So that's basically what's being alluded to here. There's like something happening out here in the Panorama Plains. We don't really know what it is, but again, when I was a kid, I couldn't figure out what to do with these, and we'll discuss that in this playthrough. Big MP floppy's cool. We can't hold that because we're carrying so much garbage. I want to actually just see what's in this other computer. A big HP floppy, we can actually take that one, that's good. Okay, let's continue on into more parts of Mount Panorama. This is the plains. We got some random Digimon here. We got a Mud Frigimon, which is basically Frigimon, but like the brown version. These guys could probably give us some stuff. I think they have a physical move where you enhance your stats. Let's see if that's the case. I'll pick the one. The reason I'm picking this one and not the others is because if you pick the others, you might end up fighting two of them at once. And I don't know how powerful these guys are going to be. Not too scary, I don't think, but there might be some fighting moves. We look like we're doing some substantial damage anyway. Patamon really off to a good start in this playthrough. The Patamon and the Leomon with the moves we picked up, we are smooth sailing. I cannot promise you guys that it'll be like this every time we play, but I like it when it comes together like this. It feels good. That move there, I'm pretty sure we can learn. Let's see if we pick it up. Unlikely, but possible. I can see you guys talking about, because we met Unimon, you guys are now talking about Uma Musume. Can you guys not? I played Chaotic Settings, so I got owned left and right, but I was having fun. Respect to you, Seawing, for that, man. And thank you for the raid. It's really nice to have you guys here. Let's go to another part of the plains, guys. We're going to go this way. I think if we go that way, it takes us to the other part of where we just were, yeah? So yeah, this is where we met Unimon. There's nothing really else in here. There is this path. Just takes us up to where we were. And then from here, we can go left. Check this out. So this is another part of the mountain. Lots of Digimon here, of course. I guess we pick up the mushroom, why not? I'm gonna dodge these fools. There's not really much going on here that needs to be... No, we don't need to pay attention. No Digimon are recruitable in this area, which is a bit weird, but also not so weird. And then down here, got some new Digimon. And then we have a tunnel, which is obviously Drill Tunnel. And if we go in here, we might even be able to speak to Jijimon. Here he is. We've been waiting for this. The tunnel is open. We don't have to go over the mountain anymore, thanks. So I think, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, you can either wait Jijimon out and wait for him to clear the rubble, which he'll do from his side, from the Meramon cave, obviously, the area we were in. Remember, we spoke to this guy a little while back? You can wait, or I think you can actually come round from the other side as well. Is that right? If you come round, you skip the waiting period, I think. Should have remembered that. I'm pretty sure that's... Is that the case? I'm sure that'll be confirmed by someone in the chat. We don't have to go over the mountain anymore, thanks. I couldn't have moved the big rock by myself. What should I do now? Says Jijimon. You should come to the city. You'll find things to do there. I still have lots of energy. I'll gladly accept your offer. Off he goes. I love the idea that sometimes the Digimon, like, say that they're going to go join the city and then just get totally lost and head in the complete wrong direction. But that's not the case here. Jijimon is recruited, and we have access to Mount Panorama. There's a bathroom here if you need it, which is cool. Very forgettable, this one, because realistically, you're not in this area very often. We could tangle with some of these guys, but I don't think there's any reason to do so. Yeah, there's no real reason to do so, I don't think. Leomon looking to go to sleep. And he does also need fed. This is interesting. Let's feed him a giant meat, guys, and see if it takes him above his threshold for a specific Digivolution. Don't know if he's going to actually... I think he's still too young for a Digivolve. But now we have 30 battles, we have 35 weight, and we also have under 5 care mistakes. So, according to my calculations, theoretically we should be ready to Digivolve into Angemon. It's a matter of when, not if, at this stage. We just need to keep his weight above 35. If we can keep pushing it up, that would be ideal. Let's put Leomon to sleep here and see what happens. I'm pretty sure the Vice mod maintains a lot of the Digivolutions and their requirements. I don't think it messes with any of that, but we'll sleep anyway just in case. So upon waking up, Leomon is now 9 years old. He's back down to 33 weight, so we're going to have to build that back up as soon as he's hungry. But if we can make some money out here in the lovely plains of Gear Savanna, we might be able to make some cash for the restaurant. And there's like a million ways you can go here. If I go to the right, does this actually take me into... Yeah, we stay in Gear Savanna. Crazy Gaburimon here. Check this out, guys, a vending machine. Now, I actually have a patch that improves the vending machines. Let's see what it offers us. A vending machine with a special price. Should I buy something? We can now buy an Omnipotent, or an Omnipotent, for 500, or we could buy a Restore for 1,000. The Restore is very tempting. I'm trying to save up my money, but I guess we've got a chance at winning the prize if we buy, so... We don't get it, that's okay. Let's fight Shamamon here. I usually wait like 3 days. Drill tunnel is what I call your mom. Dumpster, why would you write that? See if we can earn back our money here from some of these guys. We need to get the cash for the restaurant so we can build our food supplies up. He's so old, let him die. Okay, would you guys stop it? Chat, would you show a bit of respect to the Leo daddy? He's going to new heights. He's going to become incredible. And you guys better respect him for it. Let's see what he says. 300 bits and a couple of points. Offense nearly over 300. That's quite cool. How is Leomon using Air Cutter? Because he's the chosen one, guys. He's the prodigy of legend. Inheriting incredible techniques from his grandfather Phil from back in the day, okay? He's part of the bloodline, okay? So acknowledge him. We mean as well just call him, what's his face? Roman Leomon. He's popping off, he's smurfing. You cuss me, my mum and my dad all the time. Oh, Dumpster, they love me. They love me more than they love you, actually. I don't think we'll get a lot of points for this. I don't think we'll get a lot of pennies. But even if we can make a little bit of cash. I'll take you guys all out around Gear Savanna. There's some cool things to show you in this area. We're kind of having a look at a lot of different destinations very quickly. And I kind of want to keep that a secret. Not a secret, but we want to roll it out gently. But now that we have Gear Savanna, and you guys were mad obsessed with Gear Savanna, there's a couple of techniques I think we can learn out here. Vending machines have been improved, guys. If I didn't say that, I think I said that a second ago, but if I didn't, there you go. We've slightly improved the vending machines to have better items. Here's Nistromojimon, and these Digimon will change. These Digimon will change once the sun comes up and we enter the daytime of Gear Savanna. Pretty sure the music's also going to change slightly as well, which is really cool. Don't restore self for more than 1,000. I'm not sure, guys. We can certainly have a look when we go back to town. There might be some sort of tricks you can do here where you buy from the vending machine and sell to the shopkeeper if you want to make a lot of money. So far, our money So far our problems of money haven't really been existent. I mean, we've been fairly robust. What does make me feel better is, ever since we saw that first Happy Mushroom, the 2 Happy Mushrooms at the start of the playthrough and the Blue Apple, we've not actually seen any more since, so I think that was genuinely just a really lucky interaction. Also, we were down in a rather unique part of the map, so there's also that element as well. I don't know, maybe it was just a fluke. I felt bad when that happened, because I was like, actually we shouldn't have this much money, but we've not actually seen any more ever since, so... Let's see what we get here. Okay. Some basic points. We're up to 2,900 bits. Tokomon's gonna drop some meat and we don't learn any moves. That's okay. We're realistically just trying to make a bit of cash. Leomon can be fed to go back up to 35. Let's go ahead and do it, guys. Giant meat. Takes him into the region of Digivolution. As far as I'm aware, we just need to wait now. And he eventually should pop on his own accord. That is what I hope happens anyway. Let's see if we can do some more stuff with Leomon here. Interestingly enough, there's another Leomon around these parts. And there is the music that I've been looking forward to hearing. Okay, let's show you a few areas of this place, folks. First of all, we can go left in here to what is a cool little area where we can spend some money that we don't have. Hey! It's a shop! Oh my god, it's a sex shop, Leomon. No, you're not buying anything, you're too young. What you can do here, guys, is there's 2 things. There's 2 shopkeepers, the market manager, recycled goods shop. So, I'm pretty sure now's your chance. You can buy stuff from this guy, which is cool. But you can also get back items you might have lost. So, see the recycled item, I'm pretty sure if you've lost an item, you can come back here and get it, which is cool. This guy does something totally different. This is the Digimon card shop. What's a Digimon card, we ask? Everyone's collecting them. You can't lose with them. This sounds like there's something a shady man would tell a small child. Everybody's collecting this piece of paper that I'm about to sell you for a massive premium. Everybody's collecting them, man. It's the hottest shit on the street. You can't lose with them. That's a lie. I'll give you one for free for starters. It's a good one. Hey, that's a card about me. Got a card of Wolfie. So, hold on, let me get this straight. We go out into the plains of nowhere next to the sea. An old man in a shack tells us that he's going to sell us a bunch of really important premium stuff, and then also hands us a picture of ourselves. So many questions. This is the Digimon card shop. We have really cool cards. Guys, we're not going to not buy while we're here. The Digimon card shop is only available at certain points of the year. 500 points I'll spend. Let's see what we get, guys. In our first ever Digimon pack, we get a Tokomon, a Penguinmon, and a Bakemon. Oh, good lord in heaven. Right. We are not financially stable enough in this playthrough to be spending all of our money. But if you guys want to check out the cards you have collected, there's multiple ways to get them in the game. We now have a card of ourselves, which is glorious. And then over here we've also got Bakemon. And our first ever card was Tokomon. I don't know what that says about this playthrough. I'm a bit worried about that. Tengu is also here. This is actually one of our... That right there, that Digimon is also the 4th Digimon we could have started with on this playthrough, guys. That's not in my thumbnail. Penguinmon. The homie. Alright, let's go. Let's get the hell out of here. We're not going to get ripped off by these lads. We could fight these dudes, because I think he has a chance to teach us something. I'm not really sure how much I care. Let's go this way. Have a look at the next part of Gear Savanna. Might even be able to do some specialized training out here, which would be kind of cool. Here's a Lekman. What's up, bro? Probably one of my favorite. What the heck is that? Ooh. Chat, look, it's your mum. Yeah, I get, ooh, what do we want? Ooh, delicious. 5 meats. Probably not worth that much. Guys, I'm dropping it. I'm picking up some of that sweet nut. That's the name of the item before you flame me. See what a sweet nut does for us. Recovers HP completely. Damn, okay. Cool. Let's check out what's what we got over here. We got a blast door. This iron door is hard. Like something else I know. If it doesn't open, we can't get in. Wow. Thanks, logic. Let's talk to Lekman here. What's up, dog? Oh, he shocked us for 400 damage. Touch me and you'll get shocked, he says. This is no regular Lekman, boys. Don't you want to be here? I think he means you don't want to be here, or do you mind? Amazing, he's got some guts as a Lekman. You're going to be somebody. Alright, I'll help you, he says. Won't you use your electric to power the city? City, that sounds familiar, but... Okay, I'll help you. I'm Elecmon. Nice to meet you. Elecmon, the homie. The absolute legend. We did get ripped off a little bit. So, check this out. Leomon's just taken an absolute pound and he's down to 200 HP, but we have the sweet, sweet nut. Bang. Okay, that was a definite waste. What did that do to his weight? 37. Okay, cool. Nice. We've got him exactly where we need him, chat. Patmon's also here. Patmon, do we want to hang out with you right now? I don't know. I would much rather go into a specific somewhere and get a specific item if potentially possible. Let's have a look around more areas of Gear Savanna before we end up doing that. Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no. Beamon, I love you so much, but I don't know if I'm mentally prepped for this. Oh, God. Oh, God, it stinks. Let's go to this part of Gear Savanna. We're not done yet. What's in here? Okay, we got a toilet. We've got a zebra horse. As well as a path up to the right and a path up to the left. So we've got a path going north. Out of Gear Savanna. Crazy horse. Will we fight the crazy horse? Sure. Jijimon here, guys. We've Digivolved DNA fused with him at the moment. He doesn't even know about it. Unlucky. See if we can fight this guy. That looked like a powerful kick. I think that might be his empowered move, potentially. Although, again, I don't know if the enhanced techs are affected on the NPCs of the mod. Ooh. You need to find Leomon, and I always get lost in Gear Savanna, even though I've spent so many times in this place. And although I love the music here, I don't really know where I'm going. We need to somehow make our way down south. Because I want to show you guys something cool here. Punch. We gotta survive a little bit more. Nice. Okay, cool. Windcutter kind of popping off. Sweet nuts are good for you, health confirmed. I'm sure you already knew that. Okay, excellent. What's your stats? Jijimon dropped a big HP flop, and Warcry has been learned, and Megalospark? We really do have the scripts running, guys. What the heck? Wait, Leomon can learn Megalospark? He can teach me Megalospark? I've got so many Let's just go back to Dynamite Kick for a little minute. Leomon, I'm watching you very carefully, young man. I'm not cheating. You guys, look around. Get off my back. I'm not cheating. Although you'd think with moves like this I might be cheating. Oh shit. Hey gentlemen. Hey Pope Master, welcome back. Great to see you today, sir. How are you? We are still here, guys. There's something I want to get in this area. Something I want to show you guys in this area, but it's tricky to get to, so I'm coming in now. But we're strong. Let's see if Leomon can handle these boys. I don't have a lot of HP and I don't have a lot of MP, but we got this small Jijimon on the ropes here. There is an area up here that has something cool in it. And I want to grab that now, where we're in the area. And then after that, we're going to leave this place. And we're going to look at more places in Gear Savanna. I'm not going to talk to Beamon just now. I'm not going to talk to Patmon just now. We'll figure that out later. How has Vice been so far? It's been amazing, Pope. Yeah, I've been really enjoying it. For the most part, things have been mostly the same, with a couple of changes, a couple of anomalies. Monochromon was substantially better, which I really appreciated. And our starter being Panorama was certainly cool. We found a couple of new items here and there that we don't often see. And we've made good progress for episode 1, honestly. We're kind of smurfing right now. See if we can kill this guy. Right in the back of the noggin, 700 damage. Can we finish him off? 6 HP in a dream. Come on, Jijimon. Okay, you didn't have to do that to me. That's a bit disrespectful. Okay, nice. What does this mod do again? Ask Levitastic. If you guys do !Vice mod in the chat, it will pop up with what the mod does. And if you guys do !Vice Wolfie, it'll tell you what I've got changed in my specific version of the mod, because there's lots of customization, guys. Lots and lots of stuff. Thank you, guys. That's a brief overview, folks. That link there that's been posted. And if you guys want a link to my own specifications, you just need to do !Wolfie. Whoa, it stinks. Is this the trash piles? Asked Wolfie. So this is an area attached to Gear Savanna, folks. It's actually a different kind of region, but you might be familiar with it. This is the equivalent of, like... actually, do you know what? I was going to say the sewers in Faulty Ex Machina on Next Order, but that's not totally true. I didn't know there was one in the Digit Worlds. Here's Tokomon. Whoa, this is interesting. I've never seen anything like this. Oh my goodness, the poop are moving and talking. Are you talking about me? I'm Tokomon. I'm a mutant Digimon. You are not poop. In a way, you are right, because we are made from Digimon waste. Should we ask him to come to the city too? We shouldn't be prejudiced. Are you planning to live here? What? I never thought about it. This is a paradise only for Tokomon tribe. Others can't live here. Then you can't live in other places? Of course not. What do you think? I see, that's what I thought. Oh, well, although you can't live here, you can look around. Just look, okay? And by the way, don't ever make the king mad. You'll be turned into something miserable by by the king's Digivolve technique. Okay, sure. The most important thing we want to grab here, guys, is this item here. You can walk around this place and ignore it if you want, but it's worth your time to grab. It's an old fishing rod. Quite an awkward thing to find here because you're able to fish from a very early point of the game, guys. So the fact that you get the fishing rod here is very bizarre. If I was to show you around here, there is indeed King Tokomon right here, which you can interact with. Tokomon's got a unique interaction where he will transform your Digimon, I think, back from Tokomon. In this game, you can actually turn into Tokomon if you make too many care mistakes, shall we say. I think this guy can invert that Digivolution. Not actually seen it in a long time, so I'm not really sure exactly how it works, but... Hey, guys, are you from Chamakol City? Whatchamacallit City? This is just between you and me, but I'm interested a little bit. I'll visit you. I'll visit you guys there someday. So that there, guys, is actually a city recruit. It doesn't tell you that, but yeah. And there's also this, which is cool. You can, yeah, I'll just let it speak for itself. Obviously, you can train in the village, guys. This is a bit disrespectful for Leomon, but in the city, you can obviously train your HP, your MP, your speed, your physical attack, and your defense, and all that stuff, right? In certain areas of the map, there are specific training pieces of equipment, and they have enhanced, you know, versions of that said training. So here in the filth pile, you can train MP, where your Digimon will literally just sit in a giant trash pile. It looks like a giant deuce, if I'm being honest, but it will actually give you more points than you would normally get in the city. You can see here we're getting 165 MP, which is kind of substantial. Like, that's kind of great. So later on, if you find yourselves in a position where you need MP in large quantities, because some ultimates do, you can actually... Oh god, this could be tricky. Some Digimon do genuinely need a lot of MP for their specific ultimate Digivolutions. We're caught in a fight here, which is a bit problematic. It wouldn't be a good trip to the trash mountain if we didn't leave a shit on the floor on the way out. I'm going to show you some other places in Gear Savanna right now that has other enhanced training equipment, because it's not just the trash pile. There's also a place later on that you'll see in a place called Friesland, a special kingdom that we can go to that has enhanced training capabilities for different pieces of you know, different training types. Not just the... I'm trying to use Beast King here. Not just the MP training that we can do here. Nice. Hold on, Leomon. Just gonna check out my my weight here. I think we might see a little Digivolution soon, guys, if everything goes to plan. So get ready for that. We get 900 bits here and a ton of stats, which is great. All we have to do now is try and make it to the bathroom without any accidents. Can we do that? Leomon, I believe in you. Okay, feeding him when he needs a deuce is a bit weird, but I'm so scared that something goes wrong here, so I'm just going to feed him a giant meat. I'm going to get this out of the way. Get his discipline up max. We're going to go down here, and there is a bathroom in this loading screen. We just have to not run into anyone. It's right here. Perfect. Okay, so now all I need to do, that we've got the fishing rod, we went into Trash Mountain, and we spoke to the Tokomon, who is recruitable, by the way. He doesn't actively tell you he's joining the city, but he does. I want to show you guys another part of Gear Savanna. I just really need to remember how to find it. Is it down here? This is Beamon, and that is a dead end, so it's not that way. I don't know why I always get confused. Patamon is an important Digimon, which is why Patamon's here. You won't normally see Patamon in this area, except from the first couple of times you come here. Elecmon, on the other hand, has been replaced by Kokotorimon, which is kind of cool. We'll come back and speak to these Digimon later, folks. We'll leave it for now. There's other things I'm focused on doing Obviously, this is where we met the card shop. So I'm thinking if we come down here and then head to the right, we should be able to find what I want. I only installed Vice yesterday, and before this I have never played the Vice mod before. And obviously there are lots of customizations, and over time, as the mod gets updated, as I'm sure it will be, there might be patches and things that change a bunch of stuff. So I am trying to explore it, but there's a lot I still don't know about a lot of this. So as long as you guys are alright with that. Let's head up here and I'll show you this cool area. There's a happy mushroom, randomly. Patamon's here. What is it? Help me, says Patamon. You guys want to hear an epic piece of music that's in the game for 2 seconds? Check this out. He's in trouble, I gotta help him. Don't worry. Pick on someone your own size, says a voice. Oh my god. And there it is. Leomon's... Guys, listen to this. Is that him? It's Jason Bourne. Who is that? Oh my god! Leomon just flies in from the heavens with a Superman kick. Dude, he really is Roman Reigns, isn't he? Are you alright? Thank you. Call me anytime you're in trouble. I will come right away. See you again. Leomon, wait, come back! Hey, wait up! And that was the day that Patamon became the adoring fan. Hey guys, we got Leomon and a Leomon. Let me show you guys Leomon here. I'm pretty sure that's the only time you hear his theme song in the entire game, by the way. Which is crazy. So Leomon, being the magnanimous mofo that he is, comes out onto this ledge and he just stands looking out over the sea. He doesn't look at us when we enter, he just says, I've heard about you. You're my twin brother. Dante. No, actually, we were a Patamon and then we grew into this. We're playing the Vice mod. If you've heard about us in the city, why don't you come with me? I'm also thinking about the island's future. I've been searching for something. What are you looking for? Why is he staring at the sky? Do you know there's an app, Leomon, you can get for your phone that tells you what the plane is that's flying overhead? Instead of you like looking at it and trying to figure out where it's going, you can get the app, mate. Something that my ancestors left behind, but I don't know what it is. Right, that's not obscure. I see. If I find it, I'll let you know. That is the most kind response, the most ridiculous response that a child could come out with. I've been looking a long time, it won't be easy to find. But if you find it, I promise I'll go to your city. And that's it, guys. That's Leomon. I have to look for something, excuse me, but I have to. I'll see if I can find it, and I'll let you know. Same shit. Alright, so Leomon's a bit of a... He's a bit of a sulklord. He's a bit of an edgelord. Leomon thinks he's the Sasuke of this story. Which maybe he is. The cool thing is, Leomon's area has got no enemies in it. And you can also train here. So, check out this. Want to do some physical training? How about a special punching bag made of stone? I'm assuming this is a punch bag hanging from a tree? Must be a very strong tree branch that this is hanging on. We get 8 offense and 11 HP. It's not really that much better, honestly, than the one back in the town. I think it gives us a little bit more HP than anything else. And then over here, we've also got the running that we can do here as well. Let's see how this is. See if this is any better. Put Leomon to the test here. He just runs forever. I'm thinking if we train with Master Leomon, our Leomon will turn into something wonderful one day, guys. What do you think? 11 HP and speed 8. So I guess this is just the HP gym. Come here if you want HP on the side of your speed and your physical. Our Leomon is pretty tired. We're going to have to head back soon. I guess we can hit this maybe 2 more times. Eventually he will go to sleep. I was kind of thinking as well we could take him back to the board in town and potentially train him in brains to hit that 250 mark. Although he's very, very close. He's very close to being able to get 2000 HP. I think I could see us training here one more time. Congrats, Leomon. Alright, 2000 HP and a dream. He's also going to go to sleep, which I think is a great idea. Let's do it, champ. And I think we're going to save here. Leomon is 9 years old, guys. He's getting there. Woo! What do you think? Digivolution upon wake up? Probably not. Okay, Leomon's 10 years old. Weighs 36. He's done 41 battles. His discipline is extremely good. I think we have everything we need. I think today or tomorrow might be Digivolution Day. We'll have to put that to the test in just a second. We could train him here one last time, but I don't think there's any reason to do so. I am going to autopilot back to the city. We're going to pick up our meat, and I'm going to try and train Brains on the board. And I think that's going to give us an opportunity to potentially learn a move if we hit 250 on Brains before he potentially digivolves. Again, I don't know if he's going to digivolve today or tomorrow, but here's a couple of cool things, guys. Check this out. Remember our old pal Jijimon? What's up, dog? And here he is, the heist master himself. We have a change to give ourselves better treasure from this guy, folks, which is quite exciting, so we'll talk about that and explore it. You're here, Wolfie. We are treasure hunters. He says we. One day he will be a we, but right now it's just him on his lonesome. Unless he's talking about the voices in his head. Trust me to find treasure, he says. Okay. Do you want me to do something? Don't explain. This guy will ask you if he wants to explain every time you talk to him, and it's wild that this hasn't been fixed, but here's a good mod. Maybe a streamlined Jijimon where he doesn't ask you to, if you want this stuff explained every time. Don't explain. Choose a plan, he says. We can do a regular 1-day hunt for 1,000 or a special 3-day 5,000-bit search. This has been overhauled, guys. So if you play vanilla, it doesn't look like this. It doesn't work like this. Jijimon has a habit of, I think you have to choose between 3 days and 10 days normally. But then sometimes on the 10-day trip, he just takes like an absurd amount of time. There's a bunch of reset mechanics that I don't fully understand. It's a bit weird. We have an enhanced version of Jijimon, and again, that's very thanks to the Vice mod, so there you go. Let's just send them on a 1-day 1,000-bit hunt for now. I'm a bit curious about spending money I don't have. Yeah, we couldn't have even afforded the... I think we were like 200 bits short of affording the expensive one anyhow. I'm going to go and put my Happy Mushroom in the box here, and then we're going to train Brains twice, and we're going to see if this guy pops. He's either going to pop just now, today, guys, or tomorrow. Hey, Agamon. I have business with you. I would like to give you a Happy Mushroom. And I think that's it. I've only got one autopilot, but I think that's alright. Bye, Drazzle! What are you guys talking about, Drazzle, Bluekaroo? PT, how's it going? Is this a DW1 mod? It is PT, yeah. Guys, when I upload this playthrough to YouTube, I will put all of the information regarding this mod in the description of the playthrough episodes, and you guys can see everything. You know, you can read it in as much detail as you like. I'll put in lots and lots of resources to help you guys understand what the mod does, what we have changed specifically in our playthrough, how to play it if you'd like to do so yourself, and I'll also put my settings as well. So I can't give it to you every time somebody asks me in the live, but it will be there in the uploads, okay, I promise. Let's train Leomon's Brains for a second here and see what happens. Brain training takes him to 240. That means we need to... Digivolve? Right on schedule, guys. Alright. Salutes, boys. Make way for the king. Oh, baby. Oh, mummy, daddy. Alright, guys. Cool. Very cool. Let's have a little bit of a chat about this and figure out how we're going to talk about this. So, when I played DW1 as a kid, I very rarely got any ultimates. Getting ultimates in DW1 is hard without any guides, without any internet, without any tools online to help guide you, without any mods to help you have a better time of it. Getting a level up to ultimate is very hard. Every time you hit an ultimate in this game, you get a tamer level up, or at least most times. I think every time you do, I'm not really sure. Other ways to get tamer level later on, but for the most part, this is the easiest one. When your tamer level goes up, you inherit more stats upon rebirth, so you want to get your tamer level as high as possible. There's also a medal for getting your tamer level to max as well, so if that's something you want to think about in the late game, tamer is something you should be thinking about. Obviously, becoming Angemon is great for a couple of reasons. One, it unlocks Angemon. He now extends his Digimon life a little bit longer. We'll have this guy for 4 days or so. We also gain the ability to use more powerful moves if we find them out in the world. So Angemon will have the ability to learn specific techniques, certain machine techniques that other Digimon like Leomon couldn't learn, and then utilize them if he does learn them. And he's also just got a rack of stats that we'll look at right now as well. So we got our first tamer up. Here is Bozo in Angemon. He's now level 10, digivolving quite early. Sometimes you can hit all the requirements for this, but if your weight and your discipline or your happiness or your battle count, or maybe there's something else I'm thinking about, the techniques that you can earn in battle. If you don't have those requirements, sometimes you can have the stats for the evolution guys and your Digimon will just not digivolve. It's not enough. So I know a lot of you guys know this at this point, but if you don't, there you have it. Andromon, when he walks, is really, really noisy, and I now feel like we're going to have to... We might have to adjust our volume for episode 2, but a brand new day dawning. I hope you stick with me for episode 2. I'm going to go in and make sure we save with Jijimon, but I'll wrap up this episode for the recording on YouTube. This will be the end of episode 1 of our new playthrough, guys. It's been 8 years since we arrived in File City a long, long time ago. I always thought we would come back to this game, and I've been so excited to do that for so long. I really wanted to wait for the time being right, and yeah, I just thought with the Time Stranger hype that's going on right now, obviously we've been playing through a chunk of Digimon playthroughs recently, Digimon Next Order, Hacker's Memory, Digital Tamers 2, and recently Digimon Dusk. We're now moving on to the OG Digimon World. We're checking out one of the modes for the first time ever. I'm so excited for this playthrough. I really hope you have enjoyed this episode. If there's a chance you have made it to this part of the playthrough, let me know whatever you like in the comments below, even if it's just a hey Jack. Comments, feedback, if you want to tell me about your playthrough, if you've got questions about the mod, any comments are welcome, guys. So definitely leave those below and shoot me a like if you could on the episode. These first parts of these playthroughs are a big deal, and normally episode 1 is the one that gets the most traction. So if you guys want to help me out and you're enjoying the content, then do me a solid, shoot me a like, and I'll love you long time. But yeah, if you want to see how we got on with Bozo as Andromon in episode 2, come back and see us tomorrow, and we'll see what else needs to be done in File City. We've got so much ahead of us, even though we've made pretty crazy progress so far, and it'll be a fun experience to revisit this all over again. So that's me, my blethering is done. Thank you so much, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.